I'm Rezlar.
I'm Frosty.
As nobody's really engaged quite yet.
Yep. Oh, there we have been. Oh, was that a triple stun for the Mystic?
And welcome back to the Value Pack. And welcome everybody to another episode of the Value Pack. I'm having internet issues, so if I randomly just stop talking, that's why. Before we get started, I want to thank our lovely patrons over at Patreon, our $10 tier heroes. Callahan, Badriana, Hawaiian, Auscultation, Minaria, Jeremy Johnson, My PPHs, Lord Carrot, Mayo Knight, Talentsex Septum, Infrax, Invalid, Icarian, Justicar, and I Has Issues, as well as everybody else who supports us over at Patreon. Thank you guys so much for your support. It means a lot. Our guest today, you may have heard of him specifically on this podcast because we talk about him fairly frequently, and we've had him on as a guest before, actually, quite some time ago. It's Sphierro. Thank you for joining us, my guy.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Thanks for having me.
It's been a while since you've been here.
Dude.
What episode was it that we had you on? I don't even remember.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I think I came on for one of the I was first 10. I think it was like 7.
No way.
I swear. Almost I'm a big fan.
I'm looking
dude.
it up.
18. Number 18.
Number
Oh,
18.
fuck, really?
Look at that.
Was it really that early?
Wait,
on?
that's still pretty. What are we on now? What is this?
76.
This is 70s. Yeah, 6.
Okay, come on. That's pretty early.
That's pretty
That's
early.
pretty
this
early
was-
in the game.
This was May 20th, 2019, so over a year ago.
There you go. Well, I'm glad to be back, man. I'm excited.
Back when
fun.
Warrior was in its rightful place at the bottom.
Back at the bottom of the barrel.
And unfortunately, they seem to find their way out.
Oh no.
Yikes, dude.
Let's say we're
Well-
slipping through the cracks, dude.
I mean, we've done this before, so if any longtime listeners are still around, then they've heard this before. But why don't you just kind of give a brief introduction of who you are, what you play, how long have you played, all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, sure. I play a warrior. I've been playing since I think it was like the weekend. Like if the game launched on Friday, I started playing that Saturday. I played warrior pretty much out of the gate. I think I might have touched a Musa for like a week,
That's
I was
weird.
like, dude, this is garbage. So I skipped that and then went straight back to warrior, and then I never looked back. So it's pretty much what I've been playing. I've been around for years. I've taken a handful of breaks, but for the most part, I've played pretty consistently since the game launched. I've been in most guilds that you would know. Cho Nation, Man Up, some of just the bigger ones to name. I make some YouTube content on the side, and that's pretty much it. I'm here for it.
Oh yeah.
The
Let's jump
Overwatch
right into the thing that everybody's looking forward to. Warrior's a little insane right now. Would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, I would say it's the best we've ever looked, which is good. But I think that idea has a tendency to get stretched a little far because of how bad we've always been. So the second we have we're not like C D tier, it's like it looks way scarier than I personally think it actually is. If that makes sense.
Question: when you say we're the best we've ever looked, you're referring only to post CC changes, right? Like you're not talking, or do you think?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Post CC. Sorry,
Okay.
Dude, for some reason, lingering SA is like.
Those days
was
need not
so-
be talked about. Those days need not be talked about.
It's like Voldemort, dude. We just don't really talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's be honest, bro. Give me lingering SA like in this day and age, I literally am unstoppable. I'll never get CC'd, and it's just stupid. Like that was dumb. That shit was stupid. But at the time, obviously, it was a different game. So like everyone had similar bullshit mechanics as to that. But yeah, whenever I speak about Warrior, it's post
Okay.
lingering super armor changes.
Post-apocalypse.
Yeah. For sure.
So since the CC changes, Warriors gotten some massive buffs recently. I mean, they've been in a good state for a while, and I feel like
I've always felt good about it. The Warrior community, like I think this is like in most community. I'm sure all of you guys see this in your own like class discords and stuff, but people just complain. It's just so easy. It's I don't know if it's like that NA fucking mental or just like human tendency to begin with, just across the board, but people whine about stuff. It's easier to complain about the class than to complain about yourself. Exactly. So I've always personally felt like Warrior is fine. You will never hear me say it's weak. My close buddies they've never heard me say it's weak. There were times where I wasn't like happy with the class, but I always I've never rolled off. So the fact that I never rolled off means I always felt confident in like the class itself and how I play it. But yeah, I think at the moment it's really strong. It's super strong right now.
So what about for large scale specifically? How's Warrior in Node Wars and Siege?
So when I was on last time, do you guys remember my conversation last time?
Remind
Warriors,
us.
Yeah, Warriors just it was at the time trash. Like you had to play it like a fucking like if your guild put you on the front line as a warrior, just be ready to be useless. You're just really not going to do much. Your block gets one tapped by range classes. You try to engage, you get desynced either backwards or out of solar flare because it's unprotected. And there goes Rezzler. He just DC'd. And other than that, I think the class in like big large scale like engagements and fights and it's bad. I don't think it's good. Recently, so I haven't large scaled since the changes, but this last patch we can now head chase out of pre-awakening. I don't know if that's actually gonna matter because our head chase iframe is very hit and miss. It either works flawlessly or it's non-existent. Like the iframe in it's a fucking total, like it'll go on cooldown and it doesn't even matter. You get CC'd.
Right.
So at the moment, I don't know. The grave dig change is nice. The fact that I can just like get the first slash out of grave and then cancel out of it is pretty sick because grave dig just doesn't do enough damage to channel the full thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty much it. I would say honestly, in large scale, like my thoughts haven't changed much.
Right.
I still think it's very mediocre.
Right.
Like if you want to pop off on large scale, you're not gonna play warrior. Like you're just not that, or you're fucking cracked. Like you
also got
like
the spear chucking,
Yeah.
which is absolutely
now.
fucking useless.
the spear chucking.
Really?
hack. No.
terrible.
What? No, dude.
It does no damage.
Kill stealing monsters.
Okay, yeah, you could KS a kid. He has to have like 100 HP.
KS all the kids, dude.
dude. You just pop a 250 AP Blackstone, you're good to go.
Okay, then it might be kind of nuts. I haven't tried that. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't tried it. The spear spam it's actually more of a trap for new warriors. It'll get you killed more than it'll do stuff for you, if that makes sense.
I figured that'll probably be like a way for them to just easily get CC'd.
Yeah, because it's I mean you're spamming. It's like got a whole animation. It's not. It's a trap. If any new warriors listening, don't spear spam. Just trust me on this one. I know you want to. Your brain is telling you to spear spam. Don't do it. It's a fucking trap. You're gonna get CC'd. You're not gonna do any damage, and you're being useless. You're doing more harm to yourself than good.
Right.
And that's pretty much it. I think the grave dig change is good. I think the grab change is extremely necessary. I know I got a lot of pushback from that one. We can talk about that one later.
Well, I'm not
iframe.
I'm not 100% sure how Rezar wanted things to go because he's DCing a lot. But I was kind of curious since last
I'm
time.
back.
Okay, you're back. Last time you came on, we kind of went step by step, and we do it with most of the classes that we have on. Like, how is it in 1v1, all that stuff. Instead of that, last week Nyashi proclaimed. Ellie asked us a question. if we could delete one character from the game, who would it be? I'm pretty sure Ellie asked us that. And Nyashi's Nyashi's answer, to many people's surprise and dismay, was Warrior. So I would love to kind of hear a little bit of back and forth on Nyashi, why you feel that way, and Sphierro, from your point of view, why he's wrong. So Nyashi, if you could please start.
I would
If
love
you
to do
could
this.
please
This sounds like
start.
This will be good.
Yeah, Nyashi,
Alright,
why does Warrior need to be deleted?
Because Warrior literally, what's the best way to put this?
You
Man.
choked up. You
All
choked him up. To be fair, this is not. I've heard this before, and I actually have a thought after. But I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
No, you get, you get. All right. So my whole thing with Warrior is like, all right. So this class is supposed to be originally a tank class, at least in the old days it was. But obviously things have changed.
I agree.
Now it's been transitioned over time into this basically mobility machine, essentially. Like as far as how their skills work, they can do this in both 1v1, semi medium scale, like skirmishes. Then also
Absolutely.
large scale, you can move around and fairly protected. And you don't even have to rely on one skill like head chase, where you complained about sometimes it's hit or miss on the iframe. But we do. We only have one skill that has that kind of mobility, whereas Warrior can just charge in however they need to, frontal guard or super armor, and also doing a whole bunch of other skills incorporated with that, like just all your cancels and whatnot that incorporate into your movement. But so yeah, I mean, it's just having skills like was it shield charge with the movement, but it also does stiffs on basically every hit. Which is a little ridiculous.
It's true. We do have a good amount of stiffs.
Yeah, and so it's just silly with that. You have multiple slows that are really, really strong, especially after the recent buff to Gravedigger. So in 1v1s, it's like...
Yeah, that's pretty cracked. In 1v1s, it's absolutely insane for sure.
Holy shit, I just got major lag, and then all the mobs' health disappeared all at once. So from a 1v1 perspective, they're pretty cracked. They have all the essential things needed to actually deal with any class in a 1v1 scenario. Even their nemesis, which I believe is Sork, they can, you can kind of handle in some fashion. Like,
that's so funny you say that. I love fighting swords.
Yeah, see, like that's the thing. Like,
it's not, but I always
most warriors would probably consider Sork, a problem.
I agree.
But
for me, it's
you have the kit to handle them.
Yeah.
And so the other classes like Guardian and other ones that would normally give many other classes a problem, they aren't an issue for a Warrior. I don't even think range classes even stand a chance, because the sheer speed of the engagement as well as the protective nature of some of the engage tools.
Yeah. And
then you also have grab, which just ignores all the fucking mechanics that any player's trying to do besides iframe. So it's just like a whole bunch of just cancer rolled into one. It was fine before, but now it's been slowly molding into this just monster. And then you got Slash in the Dead, where its damage is just popping the fuck off. Now that I think is honestly the devs just being negligent and just not paying attention. So I'm not gonna blame that on Warriors. I think that's devs just being silly with that damage.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty insane. I will say.
But it's like Warriors asking for buffs still. Like,
who though? Okay,
things.
you're listening to the.
Hold that thought. I just got someone at the door.
Okay.
So,
I have a lot of counterpoints for him. I think I know what he's like. I actually know where and why these feelings for him specifically.
Let's just
are.
address you can address all those counterpoints once he's back. But do you think Warriors, like, is the Warrior community asking for buffs?
Oh, for sure. but you gotta realize, the Warrior community. Fuck, I'm trying to like tread lightly here. I'm not trying to like fucking piss off like an entire like my squad.
Your people.
But
Your people.
But I think it's very easy. The class is very easy to be bad with.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
That's fair. That's totally fair. Mechanically, it's not the easiest class to do the things that are upsetting Nyashi.
That people are complaining about.
Right.
You actually have to have an understanding like a good one at that. You know what I'm saying? Like not just like, oh, I read the abilities, but like you have to have an understanding of like cancels and like the way it moves with the other classes. All that like is like a huge factor. So yeah, of course the warrior community is going to be asking for buffs because you know there's only going to be a small percentage that can actually abuse what Nayashi's complaining about. Does that make sense as well?
Yeah.
I know these are kind of like a little hypothetical, I guess, at the end of the day. But yeah, I mean,
so what?
Yeah,
what,
I mean,
what
everyone's
buffs-
gonna want buffs. I mean, even Guardians, dude, Guardians ask for buffs. Like I've seen, I don't know if that's troll and I'm getting memed, but I've seen the handful of Guardians asking for buffs all the time.
What buffs do warriors want? Like, what are they asking for?
The only
I'm back. Sorry.
dude, well, I don't really want to talk about like the stuff that other classes are asking for, like buff wise. I mean, it's goofy.
All right,
Right?
that's fair.
It's
but
on
what
like the
about
goofy level of.
But what about
conversation.
warrior? Like, what does warrior want that they're missing?
Let's ask Rezar for his opinion.
Rezlar, chime in.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Appreciate that. He can
he's just hanging out.
he can add in his response there in post.
Yeah. I guess one of the buffs, like I don't know, dude. See, I'm like the wrong guy to ask because
Right.
I'm not like a big complainer.
All right, so
Like
let's
every
address-
time we get a buff, I'm like, dude, we got another one. Like you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
So-
I'm like really not the guy to like have like a whole.
Honestly,
like, argument
I'm
conversation.
I'm surprised most warriors don't have your same kind of view on that because it's like you guys are in a really solid
Okay,
state
hold
right
on.
now.
Yeah. So
This is
let's
perfect.
address
This is perfect.
address some
Nash
of
is
the
back to
Nashy
this, and
stuff.
I actually wanted to explain this to you.
All right.
Okay. I said this to Frosty just a second ago, but you weren't here for it. The class itself is very easy to be bad with.
Well, yeah.
Does that make sense?
have you seen a Musa or Mewa that doesn't know what they're doing?
Oh, for sure. But see, this is what's funny. When I'm talking to Nayashi, this is like we're having like a different conversation than other people because we play not like the flavor of the month classes. So it's so hard to be
I
bad.
don't
For
know
example,
anymore. you might be a flavor of the month class.
dude. Okay, but that's fair. But me personally, I would not be considered a flavor of the month kid. I guess.
Yeah,
Like,
I gotcha.
But it's very hard to be bad with like a guardian, for example, right?
Yes, I
And
agree
when-
100%. Some are
and-
more noob friendly than others.
Dude, absolutely. So that's what I'm getting at is that what you're complaining about for the most part, in my opinion.
It's top tier mostly, yes.
Okay, thank you. That's as long as we're on the same page with that.
I'll acknowledge that.
Now this is like a conversation. As long as you understand that the average run of the mill warrior, you will absolutely mop. Then like we're chilling, because you will. You're just gonna put them down. Like they're gonna have not a single chance, even with these buffs. And that's why warriors and like the rest of the community, like you were saying, like why are warriors still asking for buffs? Because it's their run of the mill. They're just like the average dude. They hold block. You know, when grave digs up, you press shift up, left click. Okay, boom. Hey, that shit's over. Boom. Hey, shift right click. Hey, hit him with a slashing. That didn't kill him. Hold block again. Don't move. Just hold block. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but now
That's
they
like-
made it so that all they have to do is hit slashing. Oh, the
Okay.
fight's over.
They
This is
did.
weird.
They did
I
simplify.
guess I'll go grind.
Isn't
fuck.
here real quick? Aren't one of the things that makes Warrior so complicated is that its combos were kind of hard to execute, and now that's
Yes.
not really the case anymore. Since, I mean, even at my gear, like I'm seeing Warriors like 285, 291. Like the combos have been kind of simplified with the fact that slashing does so much
Very
damage.
simplified.
They're
They
dumbed
added a
down.
lot of quality of life cancels into the kit to
Which
help
is-
out with that too.
Yes.
Which I'm okay with, but like, what is it about Warrior specifically that makes it difficult that you can separate? Like, okay, these players are going to be bad, but these ones are going to be good. Like, what about Warrior is difficult to play?
Yeah.
Their
So,
aggressiveness with
Yeah.
how they cancel.
yes.
And like that's probably the best way to really describe it. Most warriors that aren't very knowledgeable on what they can do and how to be aggressive versus certain opponents, you could tell by the way they cancel their abilities or how they try to engage on you. It's like very sluggish in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, in my opinion, it's one of the handful of classes. I could literally name the classes, but it's one of the handful of classes where you actually can visually, like live, live action see the discrepancy
skill level,
of
yeah.
like how good they actually are. It's
Yeah.
one of the few classes. That's one of the reasons why I've never rolled off it.
So
It's because
some
it's just
things,
so fun for me.
Some things can kind of make up for that, though. Good decision making on when to jump in,
That's
even
true.
if they are not as mechanically skilled.
Yeah, AP as well, obviously, like every other class in the game.
At the end of the day, all they have to really do is position properly and land a grab.
That's so much hard. Yeah, I know that's so much harder.
I know. But
because when you watch a good warrior,
I'll acknowledge the fact that it can be very difficult to land a grab on, say, a fast-moving Musa or Mewa. I'll acknowledge that. But it's just nowadays, warriors gotten so many cancels, so many buffs with different skills, so many quality of life features that has made them so mobile that they can be on your ass 24/7.
Can I try to blow your mind a little bit? Yeah. I'm a very agreeable person just across the board, but for the most part, I want to see if I can actually like pinpoint your like main frustration and why you have the opinion of like, yo, I just want the class gone, right?
Go ahead.
Do you still feel that same way? You still feel that same way though, right? Like you just like you want that shit deleted.
Oh, will I feel that same way after we're done?
No, just like right now, currently.
Mostly it's in jest. I don't think any class should be in deleted.
No, I mean like memes aside, or like whatever.
I complain about the flexibility and the fact that they still get love from PA. They're just the poster child, you know. Like that's the thing that really bugs me.
What, the warrior bit?
They get all the attention and quality of life buffs when they really honestly don't need it.
I agree.
You yourself agreed.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that really just bugs me the most. Like,
I mean,
even Sork too. They still getting buffs. It's just like, why?
Yeah, it's just out of control.
Why?
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, you basically. That's what you summed it up for me already. But I was basically gonna say. I mean, the like from what I can tell, the main reason why you don't like warrior so much, is because it plays how your class should play. Like it does what your class does, but better.
I think they've done so many quality of life features to it that it literally is more mobile.
Yes.
And maybe not in the sense of like longevity in terms of distance travel.
Yeah.
Although some warriors can actually pull that off where they can travel just as fast, if not faster.
True.
And go longer because of lack of stamina.
It's really hard though. I think in a long distance,
it's the close combat. It's the close combat feel, where you can go in and out of combat at your leisure. That's our thing.
Yep.
That's our thing. And
now
we've taken that away from us, and they've given it to warrior.
So I think that, if I'm not wrong here, that is like your main frustration.
Wait, what do you mean they took that away from you?
When they did the stamina nerf on Chase a long time ago, they took that away.
I still think that was such a weird
It tilts me so much that Musas and Mewas think that they just like dive in and are just stuck there forever. It is like the biggest lie on earth. Oh my!
No.
That's true, dude.
God.
No. See, I do a different style of combat than most Musa Mewa. Like I don't just back off and reset forever, like, and just make sure I have all my cooldowns, all my resources back up. I like to do the in-your-face close quarter combat with my class. That's my thing. Like that's what I like to do. And I was able to do that a lot more effectively when I had the chase stamina back where it was. But I'm willing to leave that as it is. I just want some of my engagement tools to actually not really either have much of a stamina cost or just like, no cost at all to help out with that aspect. Let my chase stay as it is, but give me some fucking love on my engagement tools. It gets to the point where I've said this many times before on this podcast, but I finally catch someone, right? I do all my elaborate mobility and try to outplay them because the whole point is I don't have a grab, so I have to usually try to outplay them and catch them in a frontal guard or an unprotected skill. And I finally get them. I expended all the stamina, and I have nothing for a combo because I need stamina for some of my combo pieces. So I end up with this awkward moment where I go to combo, and it's just like, oh, I don't have any stamina. Well, that sucks.
Do you just like stand still? Is that how that works?
Basically, or I end up accidentally just slicing, and then they get up from their CC and they grab me and throw me on the ground and kill me.
Yeah,
so it's a resource management thing, definitely, but it's just like I shouldn't have this on combo skills. I shouldn't have this in engagement tools. At the very least, it should be combo skills. Should not have this problem.
Yeah.
Two things. First of all, I'm on my phone. That's why I sound fucked. Because
Oh yeah, you sounded so different. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I
Who
literally
just
You gotta-
joined?
Here, wait,
I
Rezlar.
legitimately cannot stay connected to the PC.
Right.
I literally can't.
All right, Rez, I'm gonna turn you up, but if you do switch back to your PC, you gotta warn me before you talk, because it's gonna blow up everyone's ears.
I legitimately, unless I notice it just being connected for more than 30 seconds, I'm just gonna stay on the phone the whole goddamn time.
Okay.
Also, I gotta love that subtle shit on grab classes Nyashi did right there.
Yep.
You see, I don't have a grab, so I actually have to outskill them.
I was trying to do that while you were gone, you know?
I know. He threw it in there. You just block and grab. He threw that in there somewhere too. That's like,
Hey,
no, he agreed. He semi-agreed with Sphierro. He's like, no, you're right. It is like there's definitely a skill gap, but the lesser players can just block and then grab.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, Jay. Listen, you're upset now. Just wait until they give us fucking SA on that shit on Awakening. Then you're screwed.
If you were to, all right, so here's the
doesn't
humor of that
happen,
whole thing. Like, if you were to take a new warrior,
Yeah.
versus a new Meo or Musa,
Yeah.
neither of them have knowledge of each other's respective matchups.
Like day one shit.
Day one shit.
100%.
Which class do you think would actually have the better shot at actually winning the fight?
Winning or surviving?
Winning.
Isn't that the same
Winning.
thing?
Just
I
winning.
don't
It's a one.
understand
It's
Nah,
a 1v1.
you could just hold right click and then the warrior, like a new warrior, literally will never be able to catch. Yeah, like a good warrior.
Yeah,
might
but
be
all
able to
right, so
catch
they are trying to kill each
Yeah,
other.
they're trying to
It doesn't
kill
matter
each other.
how.
They
Okay,
went to
so like
VA.
it's
They're
like some
friends.
battle arena, like you're
Battle
locked
arena
in.
type
Here,
shit. Like
got
there's
Let me-
respect
let me
in the
paint-
sense
let me
you're not
paint
gonna
the
run away
picture.
reset.
Let me paint the
basically.
picture. Two people started playing. They're on seasonal. They got to soft cap. They found out that there's going to be a Tuvala Invitational, so they're practicing 1v1 against each other.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Who
perfect,
wins?
Perfect. So they at least know how to do their PvE stuff, their combos to a very minimalistic
Right.
sense.
Extent. Who
I mean,
wins?
honestly,
Mhm.
probably the warrior slashing. I mean, the warrior's gonna win that purely based off of slashing. That's it though. That and maybe the first tick of grave now that procs the slow and the debuff. I mean, that's really big. I mean, the warrior literally all he has to do is hold block, do a debuff when you get close. He does grave, then he holds block again, waits for you to re-engage, slashings you, and then maybe like throws in like a ground slam, and then you're kind of dead, I think. So yeah, I mean, for the honestly, dude, I will absolutely agree. Like at the moment, currently, maybe like 6 to a year ago, if we had this conversation, I actually would have been like, dude, I don't know, that actually would
I could agree with that. Yeah,
super close, right? Very close fight.
I can tell you how it's probably a newer Mewa Musa will react to a warrior fight.
Yeah,
If they're both new. If the warrior knows to just do Gravedigger and Ground Smash just because he knows they're slows, maybe he's not really knowledgeable on like how to force them in on someone.
yeah,
But he just like randomly does it when the Musa Mewa comes in, which is pretty common thing that happens.
Well,
Even I do it.
Yeah.
The slows and then just basically encroaching on the Musa Mewa will make them panic, stamina spam.
Yeah.
In some form or fashion, either via skills or just chase. And then they'll end up just trying to Red Moon to protect themselves. And the warrior might accidentally fuck up thinking they could just outright grab the Red Moon.
I was going to say, if he tries to solar the Red Moon, he'll get...
Yeah, if he tries to solar the Red Moon without knowing the mechanics behind how to grab it properly, he
Mhm.
might just get floated and killed that way.
Yep.
But otherwise,
For the most part, I
Yeah.
agree. I would say if I were to break this down into like a percentage, I'd say it's 80-20 a warrior.
So what are the?
I was gonna say 70-30, but yeah, I agree with you. It's pretty high up there.
What are the matchups then that warrior inherently loses until you become Sphierro level?
What, like brand new, like day one?
Well,
like if we keep this conversation,
everyone's going to lose day one. But let the Tuvala thing, the example I gave you, it's like what are the matchups?
Just your example, but different classes.
But different classes. What matchups are warrior gonna lose?
Dude, okay, yeah, you
could lose to a lot actually.
Listen, I was gonna say you're not gonna like this conversation. This is gonna piss y'all off. Most of them, honestly, most of them, because there's only a few classes day one that like you're really gonna be like, dude, like I'm useless. And honestly, warrior is one of them. Day one, watch and throw one. Hey, fuck around. Throw one of your buddies on a day one warrior, dude. They're screwed. They literally are not gonna. Dude, they're gonna be solar flaring in place. Like you guys have never even seen that before because it's so goofy. But like literally solar flaring, like just the animation without like the fancy like head chase, solar flare, like all that cancel shit.
Not having knowledge of the mobility will leave a warrior pretty vulnerable.
Yes, exactly.
And also, like, if you're a new player, you're probably going to be very panicked and just be blocking a lot. So any class with a grab is going to be like pretty hard for you to deal with.
And you're not going to you're going to fuck up your head chase iframe, which if it even works, you're going to mess it up and you're going to just head chase around, which just head chasing around I see in new warriors, it's the biggest downfall from new warriors. If you spam head chase too much, you will lose. You will lose all the time because it's not protected. It has one iframe every 2 seconds and that barely works. And then you could just keep spamming it though, right? So then if they throw any like stub arrows will catch you, anything from like the Kuno like stomps and like whatever the fuck those skills are, those will like catch you from range. I mean anything guardian like range KDs, floats, all that shit, red moons, like you're just dashing around because you think you're safe when you're moving and you get floated, you get fucked. So I would say most classes. I mean you would just have to put a buddy who's never played the class on and watch him just like move and you're gonna be like, bro, what are you doing? And he's gonna look like his monitor and his keyboard is turned off. I promise you. So I will say most classes. I think the only conversation that made any sense was probably the one that me and Nayashi just had.
Yeah, mostly because a typical Musa will just like full bore, just go in.
Yes, yeah.
They'll come to you, so you don't have to worry about the mobility so much.
Yeah, but in general, I'd say, do we lose against like strikers, guardians, mystics, ninja Kuno for sure?
Their skills are a little bit easier to just position.
Anything. Did I say striker? Because I meant it twice.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know, like anything range, like wizard, witch, archer, like because that's the thing. When you're brand new on warrior, you don't know how to get close to them. You don't know how to keep up. So that's why if we're having this conversation, I would say most classes, which I know people are probably gonna be like, I don't understand it. Just try it. Get on a warrior, get on a trial warrior, put a friend on a trial warrior who's never played it, and just watch them like move for like a bit. And you're gonna laugh. It's gonna be hilarious. That's it. That's kind of my thought.
All right, and then we found. So what's your issue with strikers? I know earlier on you mentioned striker. Now you're mentioning striker 2 times. What's the deal with strikers for you?
What's the deal with strikers?
Yeah, and how do you like their new clone damage?
The damage is not actually
a problem with me. Striker.
Yeah, I haven't either. The damage isn't a problem for me on striker. I actually think the damage on striker is balanced as fuck. I don't have a problem with it.
Now, are you talking pre-clones or after this patch?
Did they get buffed this last patch?
They got buffed a lot this last patch.
Huge buffs.
Yeah, I haven't fought a.
All right, no, I can't. Never mind. I can't speak on it.
Someone literally linked me a clip in stream of like a 130 AP striker one comboing someone with like almost like 400 DP. It's like 350 or something.
What?
There's the other thing too is like Echo Pierce got like triple buffed, right? Because the pet base damage went up, and then the actual clones damage went up, and then the skill Echo Pierce damage went up. So if I don't know how much AP actually affects that shit, but let's just say, for example, Rage and Angel, a friend of ours, who he's about, I don't know, he's like 289 Kudum, which is a lot, but 289 AP Nuver Kudum. If you use just Echo Pierce, wait, is it called Echo Pierce? Echo Spirit, sorry.
Spirit.
Yeah, Echo Spirit. If you just use Echo Spirit on someone that's like 301 or 309 DP, like that, just that skill kills them from full health.
That's crazy.
What? No. Yeah, 100%. We tested it. It happens 100% of the time. It's fucking crazy.
I'll have to fight it. That sounds fucking nuts. Well, I'm not gonna fight it because I fucking hate fighting strikers. Basically, the question you asked was why do I hate strikers?
Mm-hmm.
Their like perma SA stun rotation is so abusive, like to warriors, because there is a point. I know it doesn't look like it, but there is a point where when we engage, it's all unprotected. the solar flare grapple, the whole thing is unprotected. I know you guys are like, it doesn't really feel like it, doesn't really seem like it, but the idea is that with other classes, you can solar flare grapple fast enough that they can't like wind up an ability or start a skill or do something protected where you end up winning that trade. Striker doesn't have that problem. They're essayed for the most part while they're just like kind of like chilling. They'll be like finishing out like whatever, and you know where they like put their hands down real slow. They'll like linger that on you, and then every ability after that is like stuns and then continual essays. And so when I engage, I get instantly stunned up because my solar flare is unprotected. And then if I go for a grab, if I don't get stunned in the solar flare, I get stunned in the grab. And then that's just kind of it. And then they take their sweet time. They smack me up. They punch me in the mouth a little bit. Then they grab me, and then it's just GG from there. So that's my main reason. I mean, I'd literally just have to show you like me fighting strikers, but it's unbelievably frustrating. I don't know. I've never really figured out like you just have to like grab there.
That skill I think is just dumb.
Yeah, you basically just have to like grab them. Striker. You have to get lucky. You have to pray that the striker doesn't really understand his like SA stun rotation. And then you win. But other than that, I lose like fuck, man. I lose like 7 out of 10 times for sure. Like I do not win that trade.
The Mystic one is much less insane than the
Striker dude, Mystic's Mystic's fun. I like fighting Mystics. I actually really like fighting Mystics. For just specifically, me as a warrior can't stand fighting strikers. It is what it is.
Because I'm getting some Mystic Mass. The big thing about the Mystic Mass Destruction is you can't turn it, right?
Not like mid animation. No, once you've decided a direction, it's going that direction. Yeah.
Yeah, but the striker one you can turn like as you're using it, and it stuns at any fucking hit in the entire animation.
Yeah, that shit just I can't play against it. I just get fucking rolled. It's terrible.
Have you tried rolling to
some
suck
people
warrior?
Are saying the reason why some people are getting clapped by low AP strikers is because of the fact that the clones are 100% accuracy now. So
really?
A lot of people are
50%.
Well, a lot, and then on top of that, the damage buffs. But the main reason is because of that. Everyone is typically evasion, so that's why strikers are actually hitting as hard as they are.
I mean, 301 DP is not evasion though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not really evasion. I mean, it's normally just ergon boots or whatever. They just do a lot more damage now. Their accuracy didn't get buffed. They always had accuracy. It's just their damage got buffed. They didn't get more accuracy in this patch.
Oh, I thought they did.
No.
How did I?
Just so many classes got changed. I couldn't like read all of the fucking class changes. It's like everyone got like a tweak. Did any class not get tweaked?
So, some people are saying that the whole striker killing high DP players at low AP isn't true.
I tested it. I tested it 100% myself. So a trial striker can kill me. Like if a trial striker uses a giant strap can one combo my DP, whereas like a warrior can't even get me to half health. And we know that's warrior with slashing. Like warrior with slashing. Like the damage difference is actually crazy. It's like a big difference. And then if you're like relatively even geared, like if a striker has 281, I mean they just delete. I don't know. The clone damage is massive. It really is a big difference.
I need to get a striker to come test their damage on me, I think.
Wait, yeah, I don't understand that. So is that just like a mistake, you guys think? Like
Nope.
That seems like a fluke.
No, I think that's what they wanted the damage to be higher. Maybe,
yeah, I mean higher. I was totally fine with. I always felt like striker damage was like lackluster, but like, dude, this though. Like,
I mean, it might be overtuned, but
I mean, look at what Suck Wizard and now Witch Suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Strikers like inherently are kind of scary. Well, I don't know. To me, I have like I have a skewed vision of strikers, obviously.
I don't know. I don't know if it's too much or not, but like just they don't need to kill people with high DP. They no longer need leg drop anymore. Like, so
Really?
they can use leg drop as more of an SA trade or just to like buy time in a fight and not feel bad that it's not in their combo because they legit don't need it.
It does do a little bit of a movement slowy thing, right? Maybe it's an add-on thing.
Yeah, it might be an add-on. I don't think it inherently has a slow on it. So yeah. I don't know if it's bad or good. I'm like still like kind of torn, but it's interesting because its damage is one of those like any of the classes that complain about their damage, like that's the kind of change that they pray for, you know, what Striker got.
Yeah.
So Strikers are feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Good for them, dude. I mean, I think they needed something. I don't know if they needed this. I'd have to see it for myself to like really speak on it. Is this Awakening?
Yeah, this is Awakening.
Yeah.
Awakening only.
Okay.
I think really what all it is that Echo Spirit is doing too much damage, honestly. Like in the clip that I told you guys about, the 130 AP striker killing the however much DP guy. Like legitimately, I'm not even fucking joking with you. Echo Spirit did like a third of his HP.
Jesus.
Like it was actually insane. Like the combo was like fairly like standard, maybe a little bit like high damage for like 130 whatever AP he had. But I was like, okay, this seems fine so far. And then he Echo Spirited, and the HP just was gone. I was like, holy shit, what the? I actually had to rewind it to make sure I wasn't crazy and he wasn't using like a different ability at the same time.
Do you have that VOD or that clip?
No, I don't. If whoever linked it to me in stream, if you're watching the podcast, link it in the chat. I don't remember what it was, honestly.
Yeah.
It was a streamable video though, so I don't have.
I can pull up the Trial Striker killing me. If you guys just want to see that to have
I mean, yes,
as an
that's
example.
kind of insane.
Let me pull that up.
I mean, the fact that they don't even have the leg drop anymore, like that makes me kind of nervous. That's the only thing.
At like high gear, I'm pointing out a high gear. Like the Trial Striker Trial Striker definitely has the leg drop.
Okay, I got it then.
All right, here, let me find this clip. It is.
So Strikers are probably feeling pretty good right now, then, huh?
They're pretty happy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't really have like that many Striker friends. I have like one buddy that plays Striker and he barely plays the game anymore. Like, has anyone actually had a conversation with a Striker that like is very active? Does anyone know how their like thoughts and feelings are?
Hold on, I got a clip of Devios versus Mac. They tested. It was 250-ish AP.
Mm-hmm. Did you link it?
Hold on, I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
Let me get it to you. 1 second. There you go.
All right, let me pull this up. Devios versus Mac. This is Mac's full gear.
I believe so.
268, 377.
What do Devios have?
Dude, the centaur feels nice. Only shitty things it puts me at
250-ish
250-ish
AP.
Okay.
So you're Suck Mystic. So there's the potential that
Oh yeah, his leg drop's doing no damage, huh?
there's the potential that
Shit, dude.
you might still be able to kill like a lot of things.
What? Dude, the leg drop did like 300 damage.
Yeah.
It did more than that, but yeah, it was fairly low in comparison.
That's insane.
Okay, so I found the clip. So it's 137 AP versus 306 DP.
Okay. Here real quick. I linked it in chat, but this is the clip of the Striker. This is a Trial Striker against my Kuno with 363 DP.
Well, he missed the grab. That's awkward.
Yeah, you know, he missed the grab twice actually. So you can see kind of where the damage is. Like the leg drop's fairly normal. Anything with clones chunks so much of my health.
Holy, that last. Oh my god.
Yeah, whenever the clones are out.
Insane.
So in that clip, he's 258, 260, right, on trials?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. The clones hit really hard. I mean, they just straight up buffed the clones. It's not just I mean, again, their accuracy is the same, but they got an AP buff and just a damage buff in PvP and PvE. The other thing too is I think the scaling is weird because it's pets, right? So it's not like it goes like higher and higher and higher. So it's not like if he's 290 Like it scales up like a small amount, if that makes sense. I don't know. But when they're super high gear, like now also their other shit's doing a lot of damage, you know? So
Yeah.
Look at the streamable link I linked.
I watched.
Okay.
Oh wait, years. Hold on. Damn it.
And just look at how much damage Echo Spirit does, dude.
Dude, this is
Hold on,
so
I'll look at it in
blurry.
a second.
Sorry for how blurry this is.
And this is 137 AP versus 306 DP. I mean, he is just shredding him with Echo Spirit.
Yeah, I mean it's all of the clones. Like if you look in some of these, it's not even
shit.
just Echo Spirit. Like anytime the clones are hitting him, his HP is just dipping. I guess the clones are technically called Echo Spirits.
Is that what the okay? Is that what that is?
I'm pretty sure that's what they call them.
137.
Yeah.
What's the other guy's DP?
Whatever it says in the title.
He's just like it sounds like he's just standard.
306.
Yeah, standard DP, 130 AP standard DP, like a soft cap or whatever.
330, you mean? 306 DP. Well, that's paper though.
Yeah, but at 130.
At 137.
Oh yeah, the 130 AP. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying like 306 is still paper, but yeah.
I'm trying
Bro,
to
if
think.
you can show me any other class, if you can show me another
me-
class that is like easily one comboing people at 137 AP, I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I want to see Suck Mewa at 130 AP. Could you kill someone at soft cap DP at 130? You think?
Could you one combo someone at 130
130?
AP?
Probably not kill, but do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
no.
I've tested this before,
This
and I
is
think
one combo.
I think it was 170 basically is where I could one kill. 301 DP. That was a while ago. Suck DK could probably do it. Someone says.
So do you think? Are you saying? Are you saying Mewa needs nerfs?
No. Well, not. We can't do 130, so apparently we need buffs. What are you talking about, dude? What do you even mean?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, that's looking strong.
It's not
Yeah, what
looking
about Suck
bad.
Wizard? Can Suck Wizard kill at 130?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably scale a little bit higher now at the end rather than at the beginning. It's not all front loaded.
So
Well, the big thing is Suck Wizard didn't benefit from the pet changes, right? So.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I don't think we need.
Could you
them to-
imagine them getting another buff?
Yeah.
all right. So what
What classes outperform Suck Ninja at 281 Nova? Depends on what
Striker.
you're talking about.
Striker.
There you
now?
go, Striker. Done. We just cleared this.
Yeah.
So warriors do they need buffs, or are they in a good spot, or do they need nerfs?
No, dude. Stop fucking touching. Listen to me. Stop touching the class, dude. I don't need a bunch of fucking randoms running around.
All right, what about because
on my goddamn class.
You said you feel the same in large scale. So what, as you did a year ago when you were last on. So what do they need to do for large scale that wouldn't fuck up 1v1 or small scale? Is there anything they could do?
I don't think they could do anything class-wise. I think they have to change the mechanics of large scale in other classes.
Yeah.
That's kind of
honestly. I have one. I have one. Hear me out on it, because it's gonna initially you guys are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" All you gotta do is give Solar Flare an SA.
Oh my god.
No.
Now
Absolutely not.
Hold on. Now let me explain. Hey, you don't see that shit anyways, bro. You won't even notice if it's SA'd or not. You
don't understand how many times I actually do land a CC on a solar.
Really, on solar?
Yeah.
Hold on. What would SA on solar do for large scale though? Like,
That's exactly. That's what I was gonna explain this. It just gives you the engage to get in. So while you have like when you have 40 wizards dropping meteors on you, dude, like you can't get in. You can't engage. You don't have anything. Like everything's either unprotected, or you. That's it. Like there's no way to close that gap where you're getting like meteored and KD'd and stuff.
You're gonna die. Anyways,
wait, let me tell you why. Yeah, let me tell you why you're wrong. And all that does is make 1v1s more powerful because in Striker and Mystic do have like a super armor engage, but they still just die.
Well, it's fine. I die too. That's not the point though.
Well,
at least I can get in and maybe like make something happen, like start a play. That's all I'm ever trying to do.
There's Voltaic Pulse, Frigid Fog, and a bunch of Rangers shooting arrows. You ain't making no play because Solar Flare's SA, alright?
I think I can. I disagree. I think I can. And I don't think it'll affect 1v1 because you guys don't see it. You'll never see me the way, at least, okay, though. Speaking personally, when I very rarely get KD'd out of or floated or CC'd out of Solar Flare. The way I use Solar Flare, you're never really gonna catch me in it. Maybe other warriors, fair enough.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Regardless of how you've like experienced it, there are so many times that warriors Solar Flare into Flash Slash by mistake get CC'd, Solar Flare into Smoke Screen, Solar Flare into Block Jump, like that. And if that's SA, like that's like, I don't know, man. That makes it way. I mean, are you talking about removing the stiff from it too? Like give it SA but remove the stiff? Because then
dude, honestly,
then
yeah,
maybe we're
I
talking.
actually wouldn't mind that. If like, swear to God, give me like if you guys want like a trade off.
I think a lot of warriors would hate that.
Take the stiff off, give me an SA on it. Then it's like at that point, dude, like, you know, there's no threat there's no threats attached to the Solar Flare anymore. It's just an engage and a movement at that point.
What if they made the I don't know the name of the ability. It's been a second since I played Warrior. The shoulder charge.
Oh yeah,
that was super armor.
I mean, I'd take that over. I mean, literally just any form of engagement that is like moving me forward.
That's not as ridiculous as Solar Flare. So
yeah,
I mean,
might as well make Solar Flare an iframe, dude.
Dude, I mean, well, the thing is it's so fast. Like you guys aren't seeing, like for the most part, dude. It's just fucking random. It's sheer luck if you're catching a warrior out of
first of all
Solar.
Oh, you're not giving us enough credit. All right, we see Solar Flare. I don't know who you're fighting that they don't see Solar Flare at all. That they're just like, what just happened?
Dude, I don't know, bro. Listen, I get complaints about Solar Flare like not showing up on screen all the time, dude. So I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's the FPS warriors sometimes can make it
like
seem
I might not
stupid fast.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, I'm not calling you guys garbage right now. I'm just saying, like from my experience, I get complaints about my Solar Flares more than anything else. Like
my boy Daddy Cow, he basically broke his class with his FPS.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just Solar Flare. Like the way the ability works, most people can't see it. Maybe you can. Maybe the warriors, you guys are fine. You guys are fucking absolute gods. I'm not trying to like discredit your guys' like PvP abilities, but when it comes down to like the average, like the general consensus, Solar Flare's too fast to stop. Like it's too fast to see, too fast to catch, too fast to react to.
Right. So
from the general consensus,
doesn't giving an SA after saying that out loud sound insanity? Like insanity to you?
No, because you're not gonna see it anyways. Listen, I'm gonna catch you with it regardless. Just let me get an SA on it for large scale. That's it.
I like.
You're not gonna see it anyways.
I like
it's just
idea better.
I'm sorry, I have to fuck with you there on that one. I love the logic. You're caught anyways. You just might as well make it guaranteed.
Yeah. Listen, you're a goner, dude. I'm really sorry. I'm already in your throat. But just let me counter the fucking desync. Let me counter the desync and like the lag with an SA on Solar. Mainly for large scale. That's all I'm trying to say. When it comes
How about this, Sphierro? How about this? How about instead we remove the head from head chase and you just get chased, but then you lose your grab? How about that?
Ooh.
Nah, fuck off with that shit, bro. I don't want that trash, dude. I don't want to deal with I don't want to deal with like what Mewa Musas have to deal with, dude. That sucks, dude. That just sucks.
That's what we always tell Musas who say they need a grab. We say you can have a grapple, but we stick head in front of chase so that you get warrior's head chase.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that, dude. Fuck that, dude.
Personally, I think using chase should give me 25 stamina every time I use it.
Yeah.
It
That'd be
recovers
sick.
stamina. That'll help end the playstyle that you yourself loathe. Okay, we have to not talk about giving solar flare protection. That part of the conversation.
That's
needs to
fine.
come to
That's
a
fine.
abrupt
I
end.
think
Hold on.
everyone's overthinking. I know. I'm getting a lot of
This
hate
guy-
in chat.
Hold on. Someone in chat has a good idea. What if
Alright.
the BSR gave it protection?
And make it the 50% instead of slashing, since slashing already does good damage. I'm with that. But no one would
Someone
use
wants to
it.
give Zerker
Using-
spin.
Using
SA.
BSR to engage seems so lame, kinda. I don't know. I wouldn't even like that. I mean, for
I
Warrior's
don't care
sake,
about that. Listen, hey, I'm getting a fuck ton of hate from the chat. Hey, boys, listen. I personally don't give a fuck, dude. Hey, nerf my class on the ground, dude. I'm still gonna put most of y'all down. When it comes down to it, dude, like, yo, y'all, hey, I don't want this shit. You guys are like, dude, fuck all these warriors, dude. Stop bringing warriors on the chat. Dude, I don't want any of this. I haven't asked for a fucking buff for the last 2 years. I am totally fine. Fucking put my class on the ground, nerf the fuck out of my class. I don't give a shit. I don't know why they keep buffing us. Honestly, I don't. Every other warrior that you'll ever talk to is probably super excited about it. I could care less. That's it.
All right, what if,
I saw-
Zephyr was excited about it, but he's on the same thing. He doesn't know why they
Yeah.
buffed.
I saw a clip of Zethian who was like, I'm not hyped about my class becoming a flare of the month, honestly.
either.
He's excited about it mostly because he's happy about the DP brackets mostly, I think, but
Dude.
and also some of the other things like, but he's not happy about his class looking
No.
like it might become a flavor.
The only reason why I said the fuck, dude, I don't want. The reason why I
Yeah.
said
No,
the
I know
solar
you don't.
part is because you literally asked. You're like, yo, if they would have buffed
you
it
like-
or something
for
else,
sure.
I'd say that.
I know you're like me with that. Like I don't want my class being flavor of the month.
No, I don't need that shit, dude. I don't want
like-
idiots just rolling
Yeah.
over. I don't need my class to be the new Guardian. I don't
Yeah.
want that shit. Like, I like being one of the few that like shines, and that's cool. Like, if too many people go to it, too many people play it, and it becomes such a dude. It's so free. Everything I've like ever done becomes like you can only do that because you're playing Warrior. Like, bro, I don't want to hear that shit. That shit sucks.
that shit's
I don't
dope,
need
dude.
that
That's
shit.
what I hear on Kuna. I'd say I like it.
See, I don't like that.
I like the salt, dude. I started playing League, so I'm into it, dude. I'm into the salt. You be as salty as you want to be, dude. Blame
He's
whatever
learning
you
how
want to blame.
He's learning how to be a true league player.
Yeah, dude.
Bro,
Whatever,
hold on.
whatever helps you sleep at night, knowing you lost to me, is fine by me, dude. You know?
Yo, nah, shit, dude. I gotta call your chat out, bro. Your chat's fucking molding me on the left. Yo.
The chat
Hey.
is literally fucking
Hey,
molding.
hey, Moni Viom Gnome, whatever your name's a nightmare, bro. I did not say I want my class to be strong, but no one else can play it. I literally just said nerf my class on the ground.
All right.
I'm sorry, Warrior is so frustrating to some people. I'm not the one that's asking for the buffs. I know the community does, but dude, I want the class to be weaker. Like, I don't think it should continue to get buffs. But
I
everyone
do
else
have
is
a
getting
change.
buffs as well. I mean,
Wait,
look, we
can
just
I-
looked at Striker, right?
Can I throw out my large scale idea for
Yeah.
Warrior and Rez? You tell me what you think of this too. I think this one is kind of cool. Change Spear so that it's just like Dream of Doom. Just
Well, Mass
What?
KD.
yeah, Mass
No.
KD that
Just
does
stop. Just stop.
10 times the damage, and then it's a large scale class, dude. Easy.
Yeah, dude. Nah.
It just like it makes me think of a clip from the movie Troy where he just takes his spear and chucks it at the guy on horseback and just knocks him off his fucking horse. That's what I can imagine happening if you do that. You turn it into a Dream of Doom.
Yeah.
That'd be-
No, that'd be
Except
fucking-
Dream
that'd be
of Doom,
insane.
the spear
I-
doesn't
that's-
actually hit.
hey.
It's a mile away and then knocks you off still.
Yeah, hey,
Yep.
Dream of Doom is fucking. That's why Dream of Doom fucking molds me so hard. That shit's annoying as fuck.
Dream of Doom is more like the clip from Armageddon when the meteor hits Earth.
Oh god, it really is.
Except
Yeah.
on a shorter cooldown.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly, when it comes down to it, I'm gonna say it one more time, boys. Hey,
You're happy with
Sphierro,
the state of
hey,
Warrior.
hey, it's me, dude. If you guys ever see my shit, I don't want this class buffed anymore.
All right, so how about
I think
this?
I think it's fine. I think it's been
Dude.
fine.
I can't wait to see the comments next week.
Let's
Dude.
move off of
People are
Warrior.
gonna fucking lose their mind, dude. Like,
Wait,
Jesus
Sphierro,
Christ. Like,
Sphierro, real quick. Hey, hold on.
Guys,
Sphierro.
holy fuck,
Let's
dude,
move
yeah.
off of Warrior. Let's talk about which class is the most busted. You haven't pissed enough people off, so let's hear from your opinion.
Oh, you want me to just...
Yeah, which
Well,
class needs
see-
to be nerfed, in your opinion?
And why is it Suck Wizard?
Dude, here's what's crazy. I don't think Suck Wizard's that strong.
Okay.
Okay, I think
Now
it's
you've
really
upset
strong.
the comments.
Okay, hold on, wait.
All right, we're gonna scrap this episode. We're gonna get a new guest. Hold on.
Just delete it, dude.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Okay, the class is strong. I don't think it's that strong. Like in 1v1s, I understand the class well enough that I just play around it. But in like large scale, it's completely unplayable. Like RBFs, dude, I want to break my monitor. Like large scale and like small scale, dude, RBFs, fucking break my monitor, dude.
Hey, that's the Mewa way. I literally break my monitors every time I go to RBF.
Dude, but other than that, I don't know, man. Whatever, bet. I'm just not a big
Only
complainer,
strong
dude. You're
enough.
asking the wrong guy about like you want me to complain about stuff, but I'm just like not a big
No,
complainer.
I just wanted your opinion on like.
So
if you
to
think anyone's
clarify,
balanced.
when you earlier said that you didn't think it was that strong, you meant in 1v1.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
I
that's
mean,
because
don't
I
even
play
really agree
a
with that.
warrior.
There are matchups though that like
What?
I don't know. Wizard's crazy, dude.
Wizard's crazy, bro. I understand. I absolutely agree. I just think in 1v1s, I mean, it's better than it used to be in 1v1s, that's for sure.
What's that? Sorry.
Wizard.
Interrupted. Oh, yeah.
Well, dude,
I don't want to
wait.
hear a fucking wizard say they're not
No,
good
hold
at
on.
1v1s anymore.
True. Okay, I agree
Old-
with that. Yeah, that's factual.
According
That's
to
factual.
Musa's and Mewa's, old Wizard was way better in 1v1 Awakened Wizard because it
What?
had a grab. So you brain dead, didn't even have to know enemy class, they just grab you and you lose.
Who the fuck
Yeah,
said
that's
that?
true, actually.
Every Musa and Mewa. Oh, now you're all shocked by it. Here we go.
Wait, what'd you say?
I have never once said a wizard with a grab was a problem for Musa Mewa.
No, any class with a grab.
No, but Musa's and Maywa's always talking about how grabs are so brain dead easy free win. So by that logic, Awaken Wizard's better than Succession Wizard 1v1s.
Yeah, they can iframe grab, dude, with their teleport.
There are actually some really good Awaken wizards way back before Succession that were actually really skillful with it. Yeah.
True, dude. I actually agree with that, and they were very.
Have you ever fought Ogmar?
No, I've watched a lot of like the 1v1 like montages though. Like a lot of the dudes, some of the EU wizards, like old like
Yeah,
Awakened
some of the EU wizards
wizards,
are really good
bro,
for the
were
montages.
fucking cracked, dude. Like actually insane.
Ogmar will fuck you all up. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I honestly I believe it. Like
I don't know if he's Succession nowadays, but
Dude, back in the
I mean,
day,
probably.
I remember Ogmar was fighting a Striker in my guild, and this is like back when Striker was crazy. Like pre-CC change Striker, and Ogmar was literally just freeze comboing them to death. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he was cracked as fuck. He knew exactly how to just destroy people, both physically and mentally.
Oh,
Yeah,
the good old days.
I believe that.
dude. All right, so, Resla, you want to talk about your Zerker stuff?
Yeah, I won't go too in depth because I got shit audio quality. Well, more shit than usual going on over here. But basically, in the most recent patch, the patch notes said that they fixed a lot of the bugs that Zerkers have been dealing with for a really long time. A lot of Zerkers were really hype about it, myself included. That's why I went back to Zerker from Archer, because I was really excited about the changes. And they actually ended up breaking the class even more. They not only did not fix the issues that they said they fixed, but they actually introduced the new issues on the abilities that were bugged in the first place. So just wanted to, raise a little bit of awareness.
Can you give some examples?
Let's get this fixed. So Predatory Leap, Predatory Hunt is the ability where the Zerkers jump around. A lot of people call it Goomba Stomp. They said that they fixed the issue where you got hit stuttered in the air. Whenever you would jump in the air and you would get hit, the animation would slow down as you were getting hit, and then sometimes you would straight up not be able to land on the ground. So you would basically be just stunning yourself in midair, which is a really big issue, obviously. They said that they fixed it. Turns out that not only did they not fix it, and you still get hit stuttered, and you still sometimes can't land if you're in a vacuum and stuff, but there's a new bug as well where now if you get hit in the air, it'll just stop your ability. So normally you can cast it up to 4 times, and you can stop it at any point in the skill, but you can cast it up to 4 times. If you get hit in like the second jump, then you won't be able to do the third and fourth jump. Like it legitimately just won't let you.
It just like cancels the ability for you.
Yep, it just cancels it. It says go fuck yourself.
That's weird.
And then Giant Leap as well. The backwards Giant Leap used to go further than the forward Giant Leap, so that's why people always backwards Giant Leap and then mouse move to go forward. Is because it has a farther distance, and you also don't get locked into an animation whenever you land. Now, for some reason, the backwards Giant Leap is the same distance as the forward one. Just as well, sometimes the backwards Giant Leap will get cut off. Like at the end, like it'll just forcibly land you, and then you won't be able to use the flow Giant Leap for some reason. Nobody can figure out why. They also said that they fixed the hit stutter on Lava Piercer, but they didn't. It's still there. It's just a whole lot of bugs on a patch where the bugs are supposed to be fixed, and a lot of Zerkers are really depresso expresso about it right now. So if you hear Zerkers complaining, that's probably what they're complaining about, because they kind of took abilities that were broken, said that they fixed it, everyone got really hyped, and then they broke it even more. So people are kind of upset about it.
I think
That being said, there were a couple changes in the last patch that were really nice. So the spins are super armor now, which is really nice and like super memey against non-grab classes. Ancient Wave cooldown change is fucking amazing, and we've been asking for it forever. So we finally got that, so that's really nice. Everyone's talking about Shakeoff being an iframe. Shakeoff being an iframe doesn't matter because the protection doesn't work.
Hold on 1 second, peeps.
It didn't work when it was super armor, and it doesn't work now that it's iframe, so it's kind of whatever. But the spin change and the Ancient Wave change is so fucking nice. So yeah, just fix the issue, fix the abilities that you said you fixed and you further broke, and we'll be looking pretty good.
I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't White Knight a little bit. Nowhere in these patch notes does it say it was fixing the hit stutter for Predatory Leap.
It does. It says
No,
you
all
fixed
it
the
says-
issue where the character didn't land or whatever.
All it says is that it didn't. It fixed the issue while being hit in the air, did not cause you to fall.
Yeah, that's the hit stutter.
Huh.
No, you made it the hit stutter.
What?
Bitch, it cancels now. That's cool. You're like a warrior with your block cancel.
Wait,
No.
what does?
Also, why
No.
are you downplaying the spin and keep saying it's memey? It's like actually good. I don't get why you do that. Well, why are you doing that?
Well, because for PvP it is memey. It's only really good
But it's not
against non-grab
memey.
classes, and even then you can just run away from them.
But you literally like Lons or anyone else with protected damage is like now they're just going to the like, well, you just get grabbed out of it. So fuck protected damage. It's a meme. Like no, what?
Right,
It's
but-
actually nice. Especially in large scale,
protected damage-
you being a grab class know how like risky it is to just grab in a large scale battle. That's not like a free anything.
Well, in large scale it's pretty nice, yeah, but I'm talking about 1v1s. Like in 1v1s it's pretty memey.
Well,
For large scale it's good, especially for like the suck berserkers, that like their spin actually does quite a lot of damage. So like they don't have to do the you used to have to do like a specific thing to get the super armor on it. I don't believe you have to do that anymore. So that's pretty nice for them. But I'm awakened, so I don't really
what
care
about the
that,
essay
but-
on Feral Rage? How's that?
To me, the spin super armor is the nicest thing about that is for PvE, because now you don't get knocked down in PvE anymore whenever you're spinning. It's like
Yeah.
super, really nice.
What about the
Also, the other thing I forgot to mention is Earth Dividing. The Earth Dividing, you can hotbar Earth Dividing, which is the flow to Devastation, and that's like really fucking good as well.
right?
I mean, the thing is like the only thing like the patch had a lot of good stuff. Like I literally said that, and I've
no,
been
I
saying
know.
that.
I
but
was asking
the
why
class
you were
also
downplaying the
further
spin.
broke a lot of things that are like really frustrating.
I totally understand that. No one's disputing that. I was only talking about the spin. You keep saying that it's just like this meme skill, and it's like it's actually like a nice damage dealing ability that's completely protected. That kind of was like an option you just didn't have before for large scale. Like I mean, before it was what if you CC'd someone, you had to what devastation. What was your large scale combo? that
I
was
mean,
like
I
safe.
told you this before the podcast. Normally, if you CC someone, you either Ancient Wave, or if your Ancient Wave is cooldown, you FD and hope to fucking God that nobody sees you and CCs you.
Right. So
I
now
mean, Slugfest is dog shit damage. That's not
Mhm.
gonna kill anyone.
right.
Like, what else can you do?
So that's I'm just pointing out they gave you guys a decent option for large scale, especially if you have gear. And,
I mean, yeah,
and
I guess
double,
that's,
especially if you're
that's
succession.
fair. It's a pretty decent change for large scale, sure. I'm just talking because I haven't large scaled like since the patch, so all I can talk about is 1v1s because that's where I used it.
Right.
And in 1v1s, like, it's Mimi. I
well,
mean,
you
that's
just-
literally
you
the
just
word
don't
I would
need it.
use to describe it.
You just don't need in one. It's just bonus. It's kind of like in 1v1, you really didn't need the spin either on Suck Lawn, even though it was super good. You could just kill people without it.
Yeah. It is really fun to, like, because I found a DK who didn't know that it got changed to super armor. So I literally was just spinning on them, and they were trying to CC me out of it. Obviously, they couldn't, and they ended up dying, and it was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
And then I told them that it was super armor, and they were like, "Oh, that explains it."
All right. So let's just say in a hypothetical world where they realize the error of their ways and they fix the leaps, predatory hunt, and lava piercer. Then our Zerkers pretty happy, or
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like, listen, I said this whenever the patch hit Global Labs. Like, these changes are like the only change that isn't on here that Zerkers have been begging for forever is the giant leap iframe fix. Like,
Right.
that is the only patch note that was missing to make this like a perfect patch, literally.
do you think that there's enough feedback that they'll be aware of the issues, that there's enough Zerkers talking about it or upset about it, that they'll actually notice that the issues are there still?
I mean, I'm sure they'll notice it eventually. I don't like how soon, I don't know, but I mean, people are gonna talk about it and they'll figure it out. I'm kind of frustrated because, like, how do you not know that it doesn't work before you send it to live? I'm very confused as to how that even happens. In all honesty, like, do they not like? I know they have the global lab, right? But the thing is like I was told in my stream, hey, by the way, the lava piercer fix doesn't actually work on global lab, so they didn't actually fix it. So
Well-
if I was told that on stream, that means Zerkers were testing it on global lab. So how did they not know, and how did the change still go?
I could tell you. I actually know the answer to this because
Okay.
Choice, who is part of the development team, didn't make a video in time.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Once he does that,
So-
dude, you guys will be fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to, like, make sure people know, like, what's going on. It's extremely buggy. That's not to say that, like, the patch was bad. There were plenty of good changes in there, but they took abilities that were already busted, said they were going to fix them, made a bunch of Zerkers really hype, and, like, people like me that re-rolled back to the class because we were so excited that these issues were finally going to get fixed. And then not only did they not fix them, they made them worse.
So did we learn our lesson on that? The not to re-roll back before the patches come to live?
I'm hoping they'll fix it before I get tired of being a broken class again.
Ye have much faith, my friend. Well, luckily you rolled off Archer, and now they got actual buffs on Global Labs. So congratulations.
Oh, did they finally get actual buffs?
Yeah, they did.
Not just like a piercing light damage buff, which is like okay, I guess.
No, they got some buffs, dude. All right, let's see. Hold on. Let's go through this rundown. There's a couple things I want to talk about. I don't want to be too stuck on balance forever. It's just that these last 3 weeks we've gotten so
That's
many
big
Have all
changes.
been balanced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot
Yeah.
of big changes.
Gotten a lot of big changes, and it's funny because there was such a drought after they did the PvP damage ratio changes. It was just like nothing for a month and a half or 2 months, and everyone's like, "What the fuck? Like, where's like the follow up?" I thought this was like part 1. So we've gotten like pretty significant changes 3 weeks in a row. So I'm gonna pull up these notes here real quick, and we'll just kind of go over it, and then anything you guys want to add in, feel free. So let's hop up here to some of these. So this is the current Global Lab patch that came out late Thursday night.
True.
Warrior, just something with horseback, irrelevant. Ranger, the movement distance. Yeah, it's like horseback bullet, like whatever. No warrior's
Hell
gonna
yeah.
be fighting on a horse.
Bro, what are you talking about, dude?
hopefully.
I use that all the time, dude. Fuck off.
Ranger movement distance on flow air explosion shot, which is activated after certain skills, been increased by approximately twice the distance. I have to like read what that skill is because I've never heard anyone ever even say flow air explosion shot. So that's
I haven't either.
special. Violation on Sork got buffed in PvE, it looks like, and they also got a crit rate buff. So just the damage on the spin, not the chop, was increased, and it now has crit in PvE. And Grim Reaper's Judgment, both the normal skill charged and the BSR now have one additional hit. So Grim Reaper's Judgment will do a little bit more damage.
Isn't Grim Reaper's the charged one, right?
Yeah, it's the charged
yeah.
slash.
That's pretty good.
So that is kind of interesting. Tamer got nothing. Valkyrie, let's see, bug fix, movement distance of blitz stab has been reduced. I don't know if that's a nerf or a bug fix. Sounds nerfy. I haven't had a chance to ask about that. Hit damage of divine ultimate power has been increased as follows. From 353 times 9 to 1012 times 9. And the critical hit rate has been added to it for PvE only. And now does reduce damage in PvP. Musa. So, Nayasha, you can help us with this, okay? Being the resident blader expert.
I don't know if he's here. I'm worried he's not here.
Nayasha, you still here?
Oh, he said he has people at the door.
What? Where does he live? The people are just showing up at the door all the time.
Does that happen? Does that happen a lot to him?
He's in Florida, dude. What do you mean?
Yeah, those aren't people at the door. You're in a hurricane. Things are hitting your door, Nayashi.
Yeah.
Yo,
all right.
double hurricane, by the way. Who had that on their 2020 bingo?
Musa, the extra hit damage on below the belt has been increased. On all versions of below the belt. The bug where the last hit of Black Spirit below the belt was applied one hit less has been fixed. The damage of the first spin on crosscut has been increased, and the damage of flow backflow has been increased. So they got some damage buffs there that should help. I'm trying to figure out how the damage thing works because they keep changing their formula for how they buff and reduce damage for PvP and PvE. So I'm like, are these damage numbers increasing PvP or only PvE? And like, what's the deal with that? Because like sometimes they're like, well, PvP damage has increased by 10%, but doesn't show like the damage numbers don't actually change.
Yeah.
So it's confusing. Hopefully these are PvP as well. I'm sure all Musas are praying to God that this helps everything, not just PvE.
Yeah, probably.
But the PvE will be a nice change because I know a lot of Musas hate their awakened PvE. Maewa, the activation speed of Frost Pillars has been increased. The link between Frost Pillars and New Year's Eve has been improved to be more smooth, and the damage of New Year's Eve has been increased. Kind of by a lot, and it has an additional hit, so that's kind of nice. Ninjas are kind of confusing. The activation speed of Serpent Ascension has been increased and has been changed to use switching stance when using Serpent Ascension. The number of the hits in the description of Serpent Ascension has been fixed to match the actual number of hits of the skill, and the hit damage of Serpent Ascension has been increased. The charging speed of Drastic Measure has been increased. So here's the thing with Serpent Ascension. In 1v1s, the way this is set up, it's fine. In large scale, a lot of ninjas are kind of upset about it because the animation is a little bit longer because now it's doing the stance shift version of Serpent instead of the normal one. So it is like way more damage, and the stance shift version is sped up, but it's not sped up enough to be faster than the normal version, so it's technically less safe. I don't know. Kind of, it's weird. I think it just...
I don't know enough about Ninja, but I always thought Serpent Ascension was fucking nuts.
Yeah, I think this change would be totally fine if they made it so you could go step out if you felt like you were unsafe. And right now you're kind of... At least I was testing on Global Labs. I could not cancel out of it no matter what I did.
Are you just locked?
Yeah, you feel locked from start to finish, so...
Interesting.
But the damage on it is kind of crazy.
It buffed it, right?
Yeah. Improvements have been made to smooth the connection. This is Kunoichi now. Improvements have been made to smooth the connection of other skills after using Half Moon Slash, which is nice. The damage of Wheel Wrath was increased. Again, I don't know if this is PvP as well, but at least for PvE, the damage got buffed a little bit. That's nice. And there's now a down smash on Flow Indignation. I'll have to see how that is in testing. If it's fairly reliable down smash, that's actually kind of crazy. Because it'll make 1v1s like combos more reliable, but I doubt it. It'll just be the 30% chance. In which case you can just do not a down smash.
Yeah.
Dark Knight got some damage buffs. Seed of Catastrophe was buffed a little bit. Touch of Exploitation was buffed a little bit. And 2 hits have been added to Shattering Darkness Phantom Blade. So it's kind of
That's all Awakening, right?
That's all Awakening.
True.
The problem again is they need to be able to cancel out of their shit.
Yeah, they're
Like they can
Awakening,
in
you're like
Succession.
stuck and
Yeah,
shit.
They're stuck in everything.
Yeah.
Mystic, a bug where Thunderpound was not activated after using Prime Amplify Martial Spirit has been fixed, and the connection to other skills after using Prime Soul Basher has been improved. Lon got an additional 2 hits to Deadly Dance, which is Deadly Dance. I think Deadly Dance is SRB, right? Or do I have that backwards? Let me go double check so I have this right. And then, yeah, I believe it's SRB. So they have 2 additional hits on that, and then the damage of Taunting Death, which is the forward R&B skill, has been increased a little bit. That's really only for PvE. I don't think you're... Oh, WF, right, WF. WF is Deadly Dance. And so the spin skill has 2 additional hits. Dude, for those people that mouse move that shit, that's going to do so much extra damage. That's actually kind of nice for people who are good at using that for combos. Taunting Death, though, is like probably mostly irrelevant. I don't even know if that skill, if outside of the AP buff you get from it, if people use that for damage in PvE. I don't think so. Taunting Death is the forward R&B. And then Bridal Despair damage has been increased kind of a fucking lot. So Bridal Despair is the SRB skill. And it now has forward guard. So now it's just kind of like a high damage chunk ability with frontal guard, which I guess is pretty cool. But it got buffed from 1070 times 7 to 1388 times 7. Moving on, Archer got buffed. All right, Resla, are you here?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Archer buffs. The charging speed of Luthrigan's Call has been improved to charge more quickly. The damage,
Okay.
the damage of Radiant Explosion has been increased by about what is this? 35%. So from 842 times 6 to 1260 times 6.
Okay.
That's a fat increase, actually.
And the damage of Arrow Explosion 6 and Absolute Arrow Explosion has been increased to
No, it's not that much.
from 1220 times 6 to 1342 times 6. And I believe the Radiant Explosion damage is tied to another skill, if I'm not mistaken. So, like, there's like an Archer skill that's like all Radiant Explosions damage times whatever. So it's buffing 2 abilities, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I'm pretty sure it's the fucking like flow that you always use. I forget the name of it. The one that you can cast after like every fucking ability in Awakening, just about.
Yeah.
Can't remember what it's called though. But yeah, I think you're right.
Let me hop over and look just so we know for sure. Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, those seem a little insane. I don't know. They feel unwarranted to me. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe ask Morris. He knows more than I do. He actually plays the class. I've never felt like Radiant really needed to do fucking 50% more damage or whatever it was. Like, that's kind of huge.
Yeah, that's a massive buff for them. That's crazy.
It already did pretty decent damage. I mean, the ulti is a meme, but like the base ability does like okay damage for being like an AoE protected skill that is like fairly quick to use.
Yeah, it's the little arrow. It's the little spin arrow shot after Radiant Explosion is the flow. That is, it's all of Radiant Explosion's damage times 6.
Yeah, you can use that after like every Awakening ability though. Is the thing. It's not just after Radiant.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of crazy. I guess I don't know. I'm trying to think of like I never really felt like I needed more damage on Archer personally, but
What
fuck,
about
I don't know.
what about the arrow explosion damage? Because I know that skill's kind of slow, but
Yeah, I mean that's a good like filler or maybe like flare skill. I liked using it just because it looks cool personally. But yeah, it's not like it wasn't like super good. The damage buff is nice. Maybe people will start using it more. I don't know.
right.
The cool thing about the arrow explosion is that you can cast it in Awakening just by using the keys, the Shift F. That's what makes it fun.
Right. So yeah, that's sort of the buffs. I think and I wish Nayasha was here to comment on his Meiwa stuff. And
He's
the
not,
Musa
getting
stuff.
robbed or some shit.
I know most of the Musas that I've seen, I mean, there's like one or two, half are like, oh, that's awesome, I'm excited, and then the other half are like, that's not what we needed. So, you know.
Yeah, that's not accuracy, so it's not a buff, essentially.
Yeah. The battle arena changes. They now added this tiny little battle arena for ants within the battle arena. It looks like it's going to be a King of the Hill style thing where you have to go talk to an NPC. You're queued up, and then it puts you in once it's your turn, and the only person that gets to stay in is the person that wins in the 1v1. I think it's just a best of one, and then you're out. So it's kind of like a King of the Hill kind of thing. On paper, it's a really fucking cool idea, but as Reslars want to say...
They're gonna fuck this somehow.
Well, the problem is, if you go into Battle Arena and actually look at the surface area of where this is going to be, it's inside the smaller part of the Battle Arena, and it has like a bunch of scaffolding, so it's just going to be a tiny little, tiny arena.
Wait, there's gonna be like a handful of classes that just dominate this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure... Amertat made the joke earlier, but I'm pretty sure if a Guardian stands in the dead center of this, and they use... God Incinerator, unless your character is completely up against the wall, no matter where you are in the arena, you're going to be taking damage.
Whoa, fuck! Dude, that's actually a really small area.
It's really small, dude.
It is. It's really small. Yeah.
It's super.
I went to Battle Arena on stream and like was looking at where it looked like the walls would be about for it.
Yeah.
And it is so fucking tiny. And the other thing that I'm concerned about with this is they better not think that this is like oh, they want a ranked ladder, so we'll give them this. Like, no,
I'll lose my mind. Yeah.
This is nice. This is nice.
Yeah.
This is still not a ranked ladder.
I agree.
Yeah.
I like that you can kind of like chill on the side and watch like the homies though.
I tried several times.
I think it's cool.
I tried several times to log in to Global Labs and go in, but when I click it, it says now processing and never puts me in the battle arena, so I can't see. It's like bugged. I don't know if that got fixed, but as of Friday and Saturday morning, I could not go in there. So
interesting.
This is on Global Labs, so this will be in KR this coming week, and then in our server the week after that if they keep it as it is. There were a couple monster changes. They added 3 new elites to Bassies, or is it 2 new? 3 new. Yeah, 3 new like elites, I guess. They have this of Anger Basilisk statue. If you destroy the statue, you can defeat Basilisks that were led by anger. I guess it's like 3 statues. I don't know. It basically these like towers that you fight that spawn Bassies or some bullshit like that. Seems kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully they drop Kaffir stones. I feel like with all these spots that they're revamping, like Bassie's worth so little, so it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they make them actually drop like dust and stuff, but that's kind of interesting. And then they also added 2 enraged monsters to Gyfin, I believe. The Gyfin Raja Butcher and oh no, is it just the one? Weapons and strength, I don't know, let's see. In Barren Land, in the Gyfin Raja Temple, the first soldier, Butcher by Cantarina, known as the genius architect Odalita, was discovered. Gyfin Raja butchers who have accumulated powers for many... Why do they make it so roleplay, dude? Have more power than the ancient Gyfin Rajan weapons. The Gyfin Rajan butcher will appear as a stone statue among ordinary statues when the boundary of the Gyfin Raja temple is strengthened. When defeating the Gyfin Raja, you obtain loot for up to 5 players. So it sounds kind of like the orb boss in Abandoned Monastery, I guess.
Frosty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on my PC. Can you turn me down?
Yeah, hold on. Bring it way. the fuck down. All right, you want to say something? Let's hear how you sound real quick.
Hello, I'm saying something on my PC.
All right. You should be
It's
good to
been
go.
connected for a solid like 30 minutes now, so it better not DC the second I fucking jump back on voice on here. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Same.
You never know what might happen.
Same, dude. I'm trying to I need the audio to sound perfect so I can get hired as a producer somewhere, full time.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, some new elites and stuff, and then the Node War changes. There's some Pit of Undying.
Oh yeah,
changes,
they
but-
reverted some stuff.
Yeah, so it looks like they kept the T1 changes and the caps and the HP cap. They did away with the HP going away every certain amount of time, and then they completely did away with the... Oh, they kept the DR caps as well. So T1s are going to be a little bit easier to kill people, but they completely did away with Tier 2 becoming capped, at least for now.
Okay.
So people, I guess they got enough feedback that people didn't want that, and they're holding off for now, so we'll see what happens. I mean, for me, I was mostly excited about the idea of if all the T2 guilds move to Tier 3, it'll be more contested, because there's kind of a lot of Tier 2 nodes. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Now, it does look like they did change some Node Wars days, or some nodes. Unfortunately, I don't build... So I have no idea what this means. This is all just gibberish
Yeah, I don't
to
either.
me.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah. I don't know. They changed some
For
days.
the
They
fucking
mixed it up.
30 fucking GMs, dude. The guild masters, go ahead and peep that. But
I am
Now-
finally back.
Hey, welcome back.
did you get robbed? Did they take your PC? What happened?
No, yeah. So a buddy of mine was at a door, and they were dropping off wedding invitations and whatnot to their wedding. So
Were you able to get a nice new HVAC? Did you buy it?
hell yeah,
Hell
dude.
yeah,
The
dude.
Jehovah Witness was super nice.
Did you get
That's
Did you
cool.
get your Cutco knives? Are they all set up in your
Gotta
kitchen?
come
Dude.
to us.
Dude, I got my slat chop. What do you mean?
Oh yeah.
These are the boomer references, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're just going through talking about I just wanted your opinion on the Musa changes. Obviously the Meiwa changes are OP as shit. We don't even need to get into that, but the Musa changes.
What Meiwa changes?
The activation of speed of Frost Pillars has been increased. The link between
Dude,
Frost
all right,
Pillars and
hold
Mute.
on, hold on.
Let me
I
finish
gotta-
all
I gotta
the-
rant
let me
about this, not-
Finish
not
this
about the
long
changes, but
list of
about-
notes.
Now going in attempting to actually test this. I logged into Global Labs
Mhm.
on Friday.
And you couldn't get into
I
Battle
logged in
Arena.
Global Labs Friday, and I couldn't even fucking change skill sets. I couldn't unlearn a skill or anything.
You need an
Like,
old
how
moonbook.
fucking indie company do you have to be to fuck up skill changes? Like, oh
What,
my
was it
god,
saying you needed an old moonbook or whatever?
dude! I tried everything. I even tried to make a new character, but then it wouldn't let you do anything unless you go through the quest log. And I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah, I couldn't get
Fucking
into
Christ.
Battle Arena. I wanted to test the new Battle Arena for Ants, but it wouldn't let me in. It just kept saying now processing. and
Battle
not letting
Arena
me
for
in.
It's like I could understand. I could understand Battle Arena not being up because of all the changes that they did. I could understand that. But how'd you
Yeah.
fuck up skills? How'd you fuck up learning and unlearning skills? How do you do this? It wasn't even affected. Like, it wasn't even on the change log. Like, what did you even do?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I didn't even get a chance to test the Meiwa stuff. If I log in there now, I still can't even unlearn skills. So
Right.
I can't say how it is, but they're very unimpactful. They're not
Yeah, it
nothing
was gonna be a
huge.
bust. Dude, the New Year's Eve change is decent. Come on. 1074 times 4 to 1182 times 5. An extra hit is nice.
Dude, do you even know what that skill does?
I'm gonna get killed by New Year's Eve, dude. Yeah, dude. It's a
You probably
it's a-
will because it's you,
It's a
but
skill where you celebrate.
mean-
See, here it is. All right, what about the Musa changes? Below the belt damage buff, crosscut damage buff, and flow backflow damage buff.
I mean, it's kind of one of those things for Musa where they got a lot of super armors, which is nice, but it's like it wasn't really their main issue. So
These are damage
It-
buffs this time, not super armors.
Wait, oh, am I thinking of the wrong thing?
Yeah, you're thinking of last week's Global Labs. This week, Global Labs, they buffed the damage of below the belt, they buffed the damage of crosscut, and buffed the damage of flow
actually,
backflow.
no, I haven't gotten feedback on that yet. I mean, it seems like it is probably good. I can't say for sure if that's will be massive or not. It looks like it could potentially be really strong. Because that's right. The extra hit on.
Yeah, Shio, I couldn't think of the name, but that's what I wanted to ask you, Nayashi. And when you were testing the skill thing, did you accept an Armstrong skill guide from the Black Spirit and pop it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And it still wasn't
I
letting
did
you
that.
swap.
I bought the ones from the Global Lab, tried those. I did I tried all the buttons. I tried manually unlearning a single skill. Unlearning all skills will reset all. I've tried doing it with the instructor, without the instructor. Like, it's just nothing worked. So
Right.
there was no hope.
What were your thoughts on the new battle arena for Ants that has like a King of the Hill?
I mean, I think we kind of briefly discussed it right before.
I can't remember when you started buying
maybe
HVACs.
Friday or not. But I mean, I think it's a cool thing that they're adding, because there's sometimes when you want to do a KOTH or something like that, it's pretty cancer because people want to just be aids, so you have to swap channels. But I think they really grossly underestimated the amount of range we needed. So yeah, the Guardian is going to literally cover the entirety of the map with one skill. So classes like mine that need to like kind of back off and reset are basically fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
What about the server change? So you no longer need to change. They did the same thing with this as they did with RBF. You no longer need to change servers to enter a battle arena with someone. It's like its own separate server cluster, so you remain on the same server you're on.
So what does that actually mean, though?
So
we haven't been able to get in there, so what does that even mean?
Well, think about how RBF works right now, right? If I'm on, let's just say I'm on Serendia 4, and I join RBF, at the end of the RBF, I'm still in Serendia 4. So now Battle Arena works that same way. There's like a list of 10 battle arenas. You join one, when you leave it, you're still on the server you were on. I think that's really the only thing.
I mean, it sounds fine, I guess. I guess I would have to see how it would work for the population.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious
they're
how
only
many
giving
we
us
get.
a certain amount of, servers to work with, right? So
Right.
Whereas before we had basically every channel except for the, actually every channel.
How many RBF channels do we have? All the RBFs are the same right now, right? Like, we didn't get any of the new maps that they mentioned? Okay. So I'm wondering...
So do we even know what they look like? That's what I'm interested in, actually, with the RBF. Like, the new RBF maps are going to be sick or not.
Yeah. The thing is, I am kind of worried about that too, Nayashi. Is like, if we only get 10 battle arenas, that's going to be kind of a clusterfuck.
I think I just got... Someone just... What did they just send me? They just sent me a gearing service.
Hell yeah, dude. Congrats.
Grinding service. Hell yeah. We're piloting up, boys.
Yeah, dude. Hey, all in.
Let me see. Let's check the reviews.
I think
so I can grind 13 hours to 16 hours. Update via screenshot. 5 bill of silver, 5 days. 20 bill, 30 days, depending on your APDP. More order, got more discount.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
good rates right there.
No scam. I want... What is it? No scam. I want to find sure buyer. Message me with more. So the broken English says it's definitely legit.
There you go. Well, if the English is too clean, it'd be fake.
If it's English is too clean, I'm obviously suspecting this is actually a scam.
No, I agree.
Here's the thing. Is Rez not here? He just sounds different. He doesn't trust his internet right now. His internet keeps cutting out, so he's going through some shit right now. Also, I think he's using the restroom or something, or he's AFK. So I
always wondered how these guys do this, and it's a Facebook page. Is this really? They just throw it on Facebook like that?
I don't know.
Interesting.
You would wonder how they do it too, so you could start a business.
Well, I mean, you think I'm gonna be grinding for people? I don't even grind on my own account.
Hey, at the right price.
I don't think
Dude,
there's a price out there that
wait,
can
real
get me to
quick,
grind
real
for
quick,
14 to
Nayashi.
16 hours.
Now, actually, if there's only 10 Battle Arena servers, that's going to be annoying as fuck. Because, like, I know, like, with our guild and a lot of other guilds that run, like, PvP trials.
That's what I'm concerned with right there. Like, how many servers for the population that we have? Because I can see that being an issue. Right now, you can find a private BA fairly frequently.
Right.
And that'll help, like, reduce the load on your server if you're, like, not on Velia 4, basically.
My other fear with it is that they think because they gave us that little arena that's how we're going to get our privacy.
I was just about to say that. That's where the trials take place now in the fucking one built France. Done.
Yeah.
There you go.
I also wonder in the little Battle Arena built for ants can we all watch from the outside?
Yeah, do you see like the little walkway? Bro, it looks sick.
Dude, I want to be able to like talk shit and just put my flag right there on the outside.
You probably can. Cool. You can probably stand there and do like the flag emote.
It would be really cool though if they implemented if it's big enough that would actually be really cool little arena to have. I
mean they need to give it a lot more space than what it's currently present. And I think it'll actually be a pretty cool idea.
I don't know why they didn't just make it like its own like channel, like the 1v1 channel.
Or its own island, like our show.
Yeah, dude. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, why do you have to force it into
they got so much ocean. Why are you guys being greedy with that ocean?
I know.
Like, seriously.
I don't get it.
Spread the love.
Yeah, I agree.
Ocean content is the best content.
I don't know. He said that with a straight face. Dude. That shit was crazy.
So what else did I miss? Anything else?
Nah, just that New Year's Eve is busted now. A lot of people are complaining. Does too much damage.
I have a question, Nashi. How often do you actually dabble on Musa?
These days, never.
Like, never. I think I maybe have logged into Musa like twice just to see certain skills and read them. Okay. And that was only on Global Labs, and I think that's it.
Got it.
I don't think I've ever actually like really truly logged into a Musa to like, you know what? I feel like spindle winning today.
Yeah. That was my question. I was just curious, like how much like actual time you've spent on the class. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not. There's no goal of mine right now. I'm just actually was just curious.
Yeah, no, it's none really at all. I think I maybe have spent a whopping total of 45 minutes.
Oh fuck! Okay, so you've really not played it then. That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't even have an hour in.
He doesn't understand what it's like to play the weak class. He's always played Meiwa. Oh shit! Someone in my guild just got Pen Muskins, dude.
Oh, dude, nice scratch
to the fucking guildy, dude.
Tell him he's done with his RNG. He needs to pass it my way because I need a TED distortion. So
I don't know a lot of the people in here yet. I just joined.
Wait, which guild are you in?
My old guild died.
What guild are you in?
Killed themselves. I'm in Relevance.
What were you in?
Excuse me, your old guild didn't die. You killed it by leaving.
No.
Don't try and pass.
Wait, what was your old guild?
Galaxy.
I remember. For sure.
Wait, what's that? What was that reaction?
What reaction?
Do you know?
He's like, I remember clapping you kids.
You were excited, what guild was that? Galaxy. Oh yeah. Sure.
Is that what it sounded like?
That's what I heard.
That's responsible. I understand why they died now.
No, I remember watching your streams the other day, and I just remember the guild tag you were in. You just reminded me of the name. That was it.
No, they went.
I don't think I interacted with the Galaxy even one.
They went casual, dude. They went casual.
Yeah.
Just like Hex and Vexus.
Hey, you know how that should go.
And all the other guilds I've been in, they eventually just go full cash.
True.
Full cash.
Full cash. Oh man, it was funny though, and my friends are gonna be mad at me, but like, cause we had to do the PvP trial, right?
Yeah.
And like watching my friends try to PvP trial is the most. I want to literally just PvP trial with my group of friends all day long, every day in different guilds because it's so funny watching because their nerves just get the best of them.
Oh, they start
really
choke?
bad. So they're just like,
no, really?
I'm sitting here watching, like the Musa that was trialing, my friend that plays Musa, every time he landed a CC, he like basically didn't do anything to combo, and then they would get up, and I'm like, dude, you've CC'd this guy 3 times and you lost because you didn't do a combo.
God.
Or like, my other friend who plays Suck Wizard, he's like 331 DP and like 277 AP or something like that, and he lost 5-0 to a trial DK.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
And I was like, no, please.
Why do they get so
What
nervous? They
happened?
just don't have like a lot of experience PvPing or something.
I guess, dude, but it's so funny.
Or is this like your like team, like your squad?
I mean, I can understand. I mean, there's a time way back in the day where I get nervous trialing for guilds,
I mean,
but that was hella long ago.
Shit, I get nervous too, but like when you're nervous, you just do like the basic shit. That's kind of how I feel. I'm like, you know,
you play safer. You don't do
Yeah.
anything super fancy or
I'm
risky.
just gonna play basic and do like what I know really well that I don't have to think about.
Yeah. Like when I first trialed for Black Rose, long time ago, like 2 years ago or whatever. Has it really been that long? Yeah, I think it has been actually. It was like 2 years ago, way back when Black Rose first popped back up. They were like 2 or 3 months in. I didn't really have any nerves at all because like it was fighting against
Here comes
a
the
few
shit
people
talk.
that I was already I already had previous experience fighting against.
Huh.
Nah.
That's always kind of nice. You like
Yeah.
know how they're gonna fight
Yeah.
like before you
But
go in.
I get it from like, if you're fighting a new guild, you have no idea, or you're just not really confident in your skill.
Yeah. People that don't generally 1v1 that much in general too. It's rough for them. But it was
Yeah.
funny for me. I loved watching it, and then I felt like
Is
when
it
we
just
got
like
to
your
the-
homies or something? Like,
yeah,
who-
this is my
who
homie.
it?
This is my boys that always like they go with me wherever
This is
I
his
go.
league buddies.
True,
My
true.
league buddies. No, it's my my family, dude. My online internet family. They go with me wherever I go. But the thing is like, this is gonna sound super conceited, but it was the 1v1s went so bad that when we got to the 4v4 and 5v5s, I was like, all right, I have to actually try so hard just to will. I have to will us into this because they're looking so fucking bad. I gotta try to get to a point where like I looked so good that they're like, look, if they don't join, he's not gonna join, and we don't want to not get him in.
And
So
dude, you'll just take the grip.
yeah, I was like, dude. I was like,
They
come
just
on, can you guys
absorb the whole group.
just win half, dude? And Nayashi, you know my friend Laserface, right?
Yeah.
The striker. So he is like the biggest like flop around, just get fucked up like striker of all time. He's super gear carried. He doesn't know his skills. He literally, because of the last
That's why he
patch,
paid you to take out Shaky one day.
What? No, that wasn't him. That wasn't
thought it was
Laserface.
Laserface.
No, that was Laser Tag TV. That
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, okay, sorry.
different
Very
guy.
similar-ish name.
No, Laserface was dude, but he uses he grabs and then literally uses Twisted Collision as part of his combos. Like the worst thing you could ever see on a striker. It's so fucking bad. But he was flopping around, but he still was winning his 1v1s because he has so much gear and he's a tanky ass striker. So it was just like,
That's so funny, dude. Well,
And
you guys were on your mains, right?
yeah, we were on our mains, and then someone even was like, someone had mentioned that he was like pretty good at peeling, and I was like, dude, if you actually go back and watch, he is not good at peeling. He just tunnel vision, flash grabs whoever he sees. It had nothing to do with what was actually happening in the fight.
Oh my god.
Oh, that shit was so funny. Anyway, yeah,
If you guys failed, you could have joined Bloodthirst, man.
stop.
I hear Brutal is trying to be a fucking bully.
To Bloodthirst?
No, just like in general I think skirmish or something.
Isn't Brutal always a bully?
That's been going on for a while, dude. They love each other.
I just heard about this literally today, so
I like how Reslar's
You
like,
know-
hey, our Node Wars, we bring 17 people, and then he's like, we could have come there. Like, you didn't sell it very well.
We're actually doing pretty well now. We're I think Mina said we're gonna start going to 40s because we're capping out on 30s now. So we're gonna start doing 40s now.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Can
We're
we-
getting up there, man. We're slowly
big
building.
boys.
Can we talk
Where
about?
are you guys? Are you guys at T2? What are you guys doing?
No, we did T2s for a while, but then we went back down to T1s. I don't know. It's just kind of whatever people feel like doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can we talk
Almond
about?
joined Frosty.
Oh, did he? Can we talk about how Somnia sold both of his pen accessories and how much that tilts me?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
This
Wait,
dude,
why would
pen,
you do that?
this dude Pen Roulette got a Pen Crescent and a Pen Leighton, and he sold them both just to buy
What?
back the gear that he lost in the roulette, basically.
Oh,
And he
I
wasted
don't
like,
think that's worth it all.
and he wasted like 15 bill gambling on a fucking Dream Horse too.
Oh my god, dude! You could just buy a Dream Horse, man. They're 10 bill, bro.
Why would
His-
you do that?
Dude,
His name,
tilts me.
in Discord for a couple days was selling pin accessories for profit or something, or for gains. That's what it was. Selling pin accessories for gains.
Oh my god. Does he regret that name?
Dude,
I don't think Somnia is capable of feeling regret.
He's not.
Honestly.
Yeah, he's not. He has no idea what regret is. Dude, I the thing that blows my mind is like a year ago he had the gear he currently has, and to at some point
Yeah.
have a Pen Crescent and a Pen Leighton and then be back at the gear you were at a year ago is tilting.
But that's what he does. That's how he plays. Is he roulettes and then he comes back, and then he roulettes and he comes back, and then he roulettes and he comes back. It's literally how he plays the game.
God, it's gonna be so tiring. That sounds exhausting to me.
That's how I. Wait, you're a
I mean,
roulette
I
too, Sphierro.
log
know your
in, I
group
look
of
at my
friends.
gear, and that's exhausting. So
You're friends with Cutthroat and Rice, dude. I know those people
Yeah.
are rouletters, so
Okay,
you know
hold on. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. I've been outed.
they're
It's fucking-
notorious
how about
rouletters, dude.
It's wait, Frosty. It sounds exhausting because it fucking is. Because I know it. That's I'm speaking from fucking experience.
I think
I don't know.
I got burned early on one time. This is like so like way back in the day, but I tet roulette my weapons back when try was actually considered good.
True,
I
dude. Me
tet
too.
roulette my weapons, and
Yeah.
it took me so long to get them back. I was so frustrated and tilted that it like scared me from ever rouletting again.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with it. I still do it sometimes when I'm fucking molding. Whatever. It is what it is.
I haven't roulette in
we-
a long time.
Did we run through all of our topics? Is that why we're just bullshitting around now?
Yeah, wrestler roulette.
I think so. Did you have any other?
You know,
have any major
Rezlar,
topics, man?
for dipping in and out of connectivity, you sure are like looking to get through this.
Well, I'm just trying to keep us on track somewhat, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we can just sit here and shoot the shit, but we did that for an hour before we actually started the podcast. So, if you want to listen to
True.
us just shoot the shit with our guests, show up for the live streams, and you can catch us for like 30 minutes to an hour before every show, just like
Wow.
bullshitting around.
Yeah, we usually do.
It's no Rezlar trying to cut us off early, dude. All right, let's get to the comments before Rezlar
Dude,
has
it's
a
almost
conniption
Vel,
fit.
dude. We're usually ending around this time.
No, Vel's not even for 30 more minutes.
Isn't it like
Oh, yeah,
9
fuck.
minutes?
No.
No,
9
The
minutes till the
when when his actual
that's
like
the warning,
notification.
okay.
pops
Yeah,
up.
we early
That's the
today,
warning.
dude. We early. We gotta kill time.
Well then we're on track. No, then we're on track. We got comments still.
Yeah, I think
we got some good ones too.
think
I'm
we're on
excited.
track.
This is gonna be good. We got some
I
good.
haven't read through them, so I don't know if there's any that I need to delete.
No. Well, if there are, I won't read them. I'll be able to tell early. I'll glance at them before we read them aloud. All right. Dun, 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 dun. So, for context, last week we had Ellie on. She plays Mystic. She is a Mystic player in Snake. She used to be GM of a guild. She was the first girl that we've ever had on the podcast, and I asked her a bunch of questions about Mystic and a bunch of questions about just what it's like kind of being a girl playing video games and stuff, because their experience is certainly different, at least for most of them, than ours. They get harassed by a bunch of fucking sad, lonely assholes. So, there's some context for last week. So, Poop King says, I love this too. This is this everyone who talks shit about Rezlar is not wrong. He says Rezlar is so out of so out of touch with the new player experience. You hear that, Rez? And then someone defended
How?
you. Someone defended you, said, I mean, who cares about new players? Am I right? They only care about suck wizards.
Here's what
I
I
mean,
love
he-
about people who comment shit like that. They literally just make baseless accusations and provide no context or evidence whatsoever for what they're saying. So like literally that just means absolutely nothing. Rezlar is so out of touch with the new player experience. Fucking how and why? Also, did we really talk about the new player experience?
Did you
episode?
ever think that maybe his goal was just to get a rise out of you, and he accomplished that mission just now?
I doubt it. I think he's actually trying to like say something, but he's too retarded to make an actual point, so he just says shit.
There it is. I disavow everything Rezlar just said.
Family friendly.
Yeah, I disavow everything Rezlar just said. And he is out of touch with both the new players and the veteran players. Hugh Sellis says, thank you for the podcast and having Ellie as a guest. You are very welcome. This is I don't know if I should read the back and forth, but the Sorna says, you had some great guests, some not so great, but man, she takes it to another level. PA on Mystic, question mark, exclamation point. Actually, let me read it with the inflection. PA on Mystic? What game is she playing?
Hey, this guy's gonna love me.
Yeah, I know. Sphierro wants super armor and PA on solar flare every time he casts it.
Yeah, I expect every time I grave
Oh
dig
my
to
God.
get a 2-minute PA. So fuck.
Might as well make it an AOE
And
solar
then
flare too,
Yep.
like
Yep.
just AOE PA off the solar flare.
I want to teleport to people, dude. I don't even want to have to aim it anymore. Honestly, fuck it.
So what this person is referring to is, I think I asked Ellie what they could do for Mystic large scale to kind of help her in Siege specifically, not in 1v1 or any of that. And one of her ideas was that maybe or someone's idea, I can't remember if it was her or someone else, and then she just added to it, but was in their bubble skill that gives them kind of a PA to let the PA linger for a short time after the bubble ends.
Yeah, she wanted it to linger for like a second or two so that they could like get out or something with PA.
Yeah, get out or get in, engage, whatever. And this really upset.
It
this
does
person.
if you
I don't
it
really
does if you
see the
grab 'em.
problem with that, honestly.
Yeah, it doesn't
If they
seem
get-
that bad
if
to me
they get
either.
If they get grabbed, it lingers.
It would be different, I think, if the suggestion was when the bubble ends, her and 10 people get PA.
Oh, well, okay. In that sense,
yeah.
that's
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
a
it's
big
that bad
fuck
either.
no.
I mean, the thing is everyone's kind of trying to solve for Pearl Abyss the problem of melee
PA
in
problem.
large scale, and we just can't, because right, you remove PA, and then all the melee classes can't do shit. So it's like a weird, I don't know, it's a hard problem to solve. We shouldn't even have to be talking about it. They should be figuring it out, but they're not. So, Loss says it's a good change for our guild. Druden, while we have a good amount of players around 570, 600 gear score, we got steamrolled by Bassi on a T2. The DR % change will help our lesser geared players feel more useful. Well, sad to say that change got reverted. Low, so you will
So back
not...
to getting rammed in the ass by
back to
Siege
getting
Guild on T2.
steamrolled by Bassi and Cho on T2s. I mean, you guys have the option to do T1 hards. I don't know if like just your guild's against that. I think there's a psychological thing that was going to be helpful for some players on T2. Like if T2 is capped, people don't feel like they're downgrading to easy mode. You know what I mean, Rez? Does that sound crazy? Like I feel like there's a little bit of that. Like if a guild's like, we're gonna go to T1s, it's like, oh, okay, like we're too weak, we gotta go to T1s. But if T1s come up to us because they make T2s capped, then you're like, oh, okay, well that's T2s now. Like we didn't downgrade, that's just what it is. I think there's a little bit of that.
I'm sure there are some people that feel like that for sure.
Yeah. VSVP X Goons says, wait, are these recent buffs right after they had the pet damage patch? Any of the buffs that we read from last week were after the pet damage patch, yeah. And then there's another set of buffs this week. So 3 global lab patches in a row. We've got some pretty significant buffs on classes.
Yeah, and Musa was included in all of them.
Every single patch, they got something. None of it was good enough, but they got something. Killers Row 85. Great stuff, guys. Keep it up. Console player here. Even though I'm playing the game 1/10 the capacity of you guys, or you guys are, I still really enjoy the game. Do you guys think they will ever cross-platform once next gen hits? Thanks, dudes.
No.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but highly, highly, highly unlikely. Unless they get desperate because the player base in both PC and console version is waning, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, not to be like a fucking PC master race or anything, but I feel like consoles would have a hard time fighting against most PC players because of one, the FPS, and two, just the accessibility that a mouse and keyboard gives you compared to a controller.
And 3, the FPS, and 4, the FPS, and 5,
Yeah.
the FP fucking
And I know
S.
everyone's like, next gen consoles are gonna be as good as the top tier PCs. No, it's not. It's literally not. Like, it's just not.
And they
I'm
all
sorry,
sound like
it's
that
just not.
too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good, and it's gonna be better than what you have now, for sure. Like, maybe you can even get, like, I don't know, fucking 60? Gasp. But,
Now-
yeah, it's not gonna be, you're not gonna be getting, like, 250 frames like Sphierro over here.
Yeah, I fucking wait. Hey, once I cop this, I'm looking at that new graphics card though. You know what I'm saying? That 3080. Ooh, maybe 3090. They're calling it, dude. Ooh, god.
How many
damn.
shots of espresso do you take before you start PvPing?
Well, you know, me and Hans, we share Adderall, so like
That actually makes a lot of sense.
he picks up like a big bottle and then he ships me half of it. So yeah.
All right, so I want to give a more positive answer to this. So I'm gonna go through it one more time. We don't normally do this, but we gave the negative answer, me and Rezar. I'm gonna give the positive one. So, they asked, do you guys ever think there will be cross-platform once next gen hits? Possibly if they add BDO to iPads and iPhones. All right, Mayo Knight says, I think something happened to Valk where a lot of people kept complaining or it felt like she was underpowered. That was a quote. And then he replied to the quote that he quoted, but didn't say who the quote was from, so I can't remember off the top of my head. And says, maybe because she was underpowered. Just using this community as the barometer, she was middle of the pack on the first tier list, completely dead last on the second one. Valk needed quite a bit of help, and if she had mediocre succession, then that probably would have been the final nail in the coffin for her as a class, given her garbage awakening at the time. Her strong succession has done quite a bit to increase the amount of Valks on the server. There used to be 3, now there are probably 30. I like that he's got hard numbers. Not that she's one of the best, she's just really, really good. Her succession is really strong, and shield throw is a really powerful skill, but it's a little crazy in my opinion to hate that class because of how strong one skill interacts with the one class you play. I would totally be on board with the shield throw animation matching the actual damage region, but it is consistent. You could practice and learn the distance, and then the animation wouldn't be as big of a problem, especially since Ellie plays Awakening, which is across the board weaker than Succession, more or less. Succession Mystic has its own potential that I wouldn't say is that far off of Suck Valks. I mean, I think that's a fairly reasonable take. I do think it's important that I'm not a fan of damage being dealt outside of the animation zone. So just make the animations bigger so they match. And this is true for like any skill, not just Valks.
I agree with that actually.
Like if you're gonna have imagine if Grave Digging's animation was a tiny, like it looked like the C-swap animation, but it hit Grave Digging range, would be annoying, you know? Like,
yeah, no, it'd be weird. Oh yeah, exactly. It's just, it feels weird. You need to be like, there's a visual to it.
Yeah.
That you need to like have a good sense of where it is.
I don't necessarily. Yeah, go ahead.
I do also want to point out though, whenever you talked about like the tier list, I think we did rank Valk quote unquote last in the latest tier list, but also last quote unquote was like C tier. So it's not like we slapped that bitch in F and said literally unplayable, like not going to be possible until like it gets some buffs. Like we slapped that bitch in C tier. I'm pretty confident that we did.
Also,
which we said was like fine.
A lot of things have changed since then. Kind of a lot of things, actually.
True.
I mean, the PvP damage ratio changes. Just speaking on Valk specifically, the PvP damage ratio changes. The super armor on Shield Chase is different. So there's kind of like people understood or understand now that accuracy is important. A lot of Valks, like if you look at Kyrie Hearts, who's like one of the pillars of the Valk community, whether you like him or not, is running mass accuracy, and his Valk is like insane. So I don't know.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's got like I'd have to look at his gear, but like the most recent thing I remember is he's running Black Star, and I'm pretty sure he has either 1 or 2 RCEs at Pen or Tet Dons and a Pen Tree Belt.
Damn.
He might have 3. He might have only 2, but I'm pretty sure he has 3 accuracy accessories, or at least he was intending to get 3, something like
I wonder
that.
if he plans on switching out that tree build for the next one.
Yeah, that's an expensive swap for 4 accuracy though. He's double pen.
Well,
RC
you get
and pen
isn't
tree.
it a little bit more AP though?
No, it's the same. Well, at TET it's 15 AP, which is the same as pen tree, but it has 4 more accuracy. And then at pen, it's more AP than a pen tree belt. But getting a pen gold accessory is not that's hard.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Jeremy Johnson.
Unless you're Somnia.
What?
I said unless you're Somnia.
Yeah, then getting it is easy, and you just sell it and then buy.
And then you just
lesser
sell it
gear.
for profit, dude.
How much
Easy.
does a pin tree go for these days?
It's like 12 bill or 11 bill.
Is it really?
They're
Wait,
relatively cheap.
pen tree? I thought it was like 18.
No, pen tree belt.
Spell.
Belt.
Oh, belt. Sorry.
Belt.
My
Yeah.
bad, my bad.
Here, I'll check. Let's see. Belt, tree. Where's the fucking tree?
No,
Tree,
10
it
bill.
is
10 bill.
10 bill.
10
Yeah,
bill.
10 bill.
Jesus.
Yikes,
There's
that's really low.
3 pre-orders up right now at 10.3.
Yeah, by the way, if you have them, can you sell them, please? Bear can't get into relevance without it, right? He sold his Bassy belt, and he has
Is
an
he
order
really
up.
believing that?
Well, he sold his Bassy belt, so he doesn't have enough gear to get in because his gear score dipped. Jeremy Johnson says, edit, they def fixed something last update. Have had 1 disconnect in 3 days now. You can ignore the rest, like a Musa complaint.
Okay.
So he went on a long thing talking about how the servers have taken a shit and that he basically disconnects 2 to 3 times in a single barter session, but then he edited it and said since the last patch he's only disconnected once in 3 days, so it's been less shit. But he was basically agreeing with like Rezar and Nayashi that the servers have gotten like worse over time. Dr. Loretto says one of the more memorable podcast / video casts from you guys. You guys always dish out good stuff. But the host was 5-star. All right, technically I'm the host. Is he saying I was 5-star?
I think he meant to say the guest.
Yeah, he
Okay.
probably meant the guest.
I think he meant the guest.
I'll take it to mean the host. Loved her just to speak her mind out. I play Mystic too. I like Succession Mystic though. Contrary to what Ellie says, I feel Awakened Mystic is more brain dead with her suction and slows and relies heavily on a mechanic that is OP. Succession is more a skirmisher kind of playstyle. There are more risks, and it therefore needs more mind games in PvP. It's a personal opinion though, and I respect Ellie's opinion. And then this.
See, that's what matters right there. Respecting each other's opinions.
Yeah.
Even when they're irrelevant.
Now this is where it gets good, and I kind of want to use a voice. I'm trying to think how I'm going to read this. This is one, Rezlar, if you haven't read the comments yet, you're in for a treat. You ready?
Oh boy.
All right. Well, let me get a sip. Okay. What the fuck, Frosty? What the fuck, Frosty and Rezlar? Why did you still podcast for Mystic, Dildo Dragon, or me? Or do you just take streamers and Twitch people to the podcast? I will certainly not hear from Ellie how Mystic is. She has no idea how to play Mystic, alone the fact that she does not know that Mystic has lost over 50% of the combos. Just the fact you have them in the podcast for Mystic, I feel under attack. Seems so that the fame is slowly going to your head. I don't find it okay. That's why I'm not here or in your Twitch chat that often anymore. And she doesn't take it seriously anyway. Has no manners, just that her stupid phone, hey listen, keeps saying, hey Rez or Frosty. Why did you not say to her, can you mute your phone? When you're in the podcast, you are who is doing a podcast. Next time, please say to the people who are in the podcast, put the phone on mute. So it bothered me if I always had to listen, hey F listen, and well, it doesn't matter, I'll just leave you a like. Sorry for the rant, but it's really annoying. Imagine Joe Rogan don't say to people, mute your phone when you are on my podcast. XD.
Imagine putting us in the same fucking like lineup as Joe Rogan.
Yeah, there's something kind of funny about like saying the fame's going to our head, and then also like saying that we should be like professionals when this is like the most like casual bullshit thing probably ever done. Like this is literally like, I don't know. The reason we didn't tell her, I mean, the reason I can't speak for other people, the reason I didn't say anything about the phones because I didn't think it was a big deal. I mean,
No,
it happened.
It wasn't.
It
If
happened
it
a
was
bunch
popping off a
toward-
lot, I probably would have said something. But it was.
it happened a bunch
was-
at the
there
very
was-
end. and
Yeah,
that
it was
it.
at the end, and it was just funny at that point. Like, in
Yeah, she was leaving, so it was like, who needed to really say anything? I don't know.
That
yeah, I
kid
don't know,
got
man.
farmed by Ellie. Probably. I mean,
Also, is
everyone
he
has their
complaining that
opinion.
we haven't brought on Dildo Dragon? Because we did.
yeah, we did bring on Dildo actually.
He's complaining we didn't bring on Dildo or him.
But we brought
We-
on Dildo.
But why
But
didn't
we
we
did.
bring him?
Who is him? Who is him?
Hadouken OCX.
I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do. See, Resolution.
Sphierro, you PvP a lot. Do you recognize that name?
Oh, the Osex or this kid? The Hadouken kid?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. He might have a different name, and it looked familiar. I was literally just thinking that. I'm like, yo, okay, this guy's comparing himself like he's like me or Dildo. So it's like he obviously feels some type of way about like how good he is in the game. I don't know, man. I fought Dildo a bunch of times. I've never seen this kid though. He might have a different name in game. I might have seen him. I don't know.
Yeah, because
But-
we've had Dildo on before. So, like, if you really want, like, if you feel like Ellie didn't properly represent the Mystics, well, we had Dildo on, like, 20 episodes ago or something.
You know what
so.
I never did get a chance to ask Ellie, but what is VCD doing while she was on the podcast?
Oh, no.
Look, here's the thing. If you have a problem with our guest or us or the way we interview and stuff, we'll bring you on the show next time. We're sorry.
No, that's not what's going to
No.
happen.
You just gotta,
Hey, you gotta bring on everyone now, dude.
yeah, give us a long rant in the chat and then we'll bring you on. It's fine.
I mean, really, at the end of the day, here's what people need to understand. This is the most casual podcast you'll probably ever listen to. This is literally just like 3 dudes sitting in a fucking Discord call, sometimes with a guest, talking about the fucking game and just hanging out. Like, that's literally what this is. That's what I've always wanted this to be. That's what it's supposed to be, and I don't want it to be anything different. I've had a lot of people message me and be like, why don't you make it more professional? Why don't you get like a fancy overlay? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? It's like, because I feel like if we do that, we start to lose the casual identity of our podcast that I think a lot of people enjoy,
Yeah,
including
then-
myself.
And then people will hang on the words that are said a lot more seriously than, you know, just people's opinions and conjecture on things. Like, it becomes almost like, oh, well, this guest said this, so it's got to be fact. You know, no, that's not always the case. Like, sometimes guests have their own opinions on things. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it is fact, sometimes it's not. Like, it really depends. Like,
I mean, really, at the end of the day, you
like
should take everything-
warrior being considered a balanced class, that's obviously not true. I mean, they're obviously OP as fuck. So, like, that's a prime example of this, you know.
Yeah. At the end of the day, man, like, this is a podcast about a video game, and we're just dudes hanging out and talking about that video game. We're not discussing politics or who you're gonna vote for in November. So why should we take it super seriously? It should be fun. It should be casual. And that's just kind of how it's gonna be, honestly.
It's not a PC podcast. That's what I like about it. I don't understand the
Can
difference.
I ask a question of Nayashi and Roselord? Did we let the fame get to our heads?
I think it's a weird
think
question to ask because I don't think we're famous. So I
You
don't
don't
really.
you don't think getting 500 views is fucking world famous? You're wrong. You're wrong. 100 of those
I
views
mean-
are my dad, my sister, and my mom.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
I know a decent amount of people listen to the podcast, whether it be live or on YouTube. But
Nope, you're famous. Nayashi literally can't go to work anymore without being stopped by someone on the street asking about Meiwa.
Oh my god.
Dude, I'll feel famous when I can get more than 10 people in my streams.
Flip
Shout
the
out
correct- oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
twitch.tv/NotReslar, dude.
Dude, I like the implication that we heard her phone going off and we were like, we're too famous to address that, aren't we? Like, we should tell her to turn it off, but nah, we're too big for that.
I mean, dude, the fact that you guys have me on, bro, I mean, that just shows the fame went to your head, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus. Jesus. Yeah, I know.
I'm joking. Dude, the chat
Imagine getting top tier classes on the fucking podcast.
Bro, yeah, you guys are fucking.
Auscultation brings up a good point. So he says it's partly you bring a guest on for their opinion on a class, but it's also partly their personality. You bring on the best and brightest for each class, but if they are boring, I doubt your luster base will much enjoy. Like the other thing too is like
Ellie's a good time for sure.
We didn't bring Ellie on to be like, all right, what she says about Mystic is law. Like we brought her on because I thought it would be interesting to just have a conversation with her about all the shit we normally talk about because it's a totally different dynamic, and B, I wanted to hear stuff like not necessarily related to Mystic, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone's opinion's so different, dude. Like 2 Musas don't even agree. You have one Musa in our Discord complaining that they don't have accuracy. The other one saying our accuracy's fine. We just don't have damage. So it's like no one's word is law. It's just like we're just hearing from like what different people say. You can love it or hate it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And also like we also are trying not to have like the same type of person every time. Like they brought up like having someone fun on versus someone like, you know, super serious or whatever. And it's like
we got a nice mix.
We try to bring on all kinds of different people as well, right? Like in terms of like strikers, for instance, like we had on Fake Uni where we didn't even really talk that much about striker. Not that he's a bad striker, he's a good striker, but he's not like considered like one of the top, you know, strikers in the country or in the region, you know. But then we had on CP who fucking clap kids on the regular, and everyone is like, dude, don't fuck with CP, you know. So it's like we try to get, you know, different people that can offer different perspectives, different opinions, and talk about different things. You know what I'm saying?
And if we wanted the new player experience, we'd ask that guy in the comment. You know?
You got to bring him on for a new player experience podcast. Honestly,
have we had on another warrior other than Sphierro? I think we have, haven't we?
No.
Yeah, you had hands on, didn't you?
No,
wait.
No.
We haven't had another warrior. Wait, Desi's saying Archer podcast when we would be oppressed no longer. We have Rezlar on every week, and he's sort of like one of the
we had General Morris.
pillars.
We had
General Death.
You guys had Vanguards, right?
Yeah, Vanguard.
That's true. Yeah. Vanguard, that was when Succession. He mostly was talking about Succession because Succession was coming out.
He loved Succession.
I think the only class we're really oppressing here.
We had Moreland on too. We've had a bunch of warriors. Get the fuck off my podcast, Sphierro. What the fuck is this shit?
Fuck, bro.
You kind of bring on
Jesus Christ.
Too many warriors on this podcast.
I don't know why you guys keep asking me to come back, dude. Shit.
Keep. Listen to that. The fame has gotten to Sphero's head. Keep asking. Moving on. Ingo says ethereal earrings are worse than the Manos ones you craft, and then someone rightly says not if you're going for evasion. And then Ingo says the hay from her phone sounds like the Zelda fairy. I legit thought it was a cat. Ellie replied to them and said it is the Zelda fairy. Floppy Floppy BDO says, I didn't listen to the podcast, but just wanted to say buff Sork because we don't do any damage. Pepe said.
Delete Sork.
Dude, you nerf Sork against Striker Mystic, and now they don't do any damage to anybody, apparently. Look at fucking Sorks, dude. Alright, the Missassin says, you're talking to Frosty. He whine about Musa's whining. LOL. Also, I agree with her that Musas do whine. I do, but I totally disagree with her statement regarding we don't have a reason to whine. She basically scuffed it off like a certain someone, cough, cough, Frosty, cough, cough. She didn't mention if it was Suck or Awake Musa that was in a stream, which for me seems disingenuous in my opinion. If I knew she'd answer like that, I would have asked when was the last time an Awakened Musa rolled up on her. Edit 1, yes, Frosty, they were good changes. However, I've never complained about Musa Awakened protection. We need accuracy. Still, it's a good change, but not needed. Edit 2, Rezlar, the reason why I think PA has it out for Musa is every major patch, it's more than 2 we've had Musa got nothing. Wrong again. During the PvE patch, you got a freaking PvE crit chance buff.
I think I think they've gotten buffed 4 weeks in a row, haven't they?
No, 3. I've been keeping track, dude. I have a tally.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's on my fridge. I have it written down on a paper. I magneted
Bro,
it to my fridge.
Your guys' comment section has gotten way saltier since I was last on. What happened?
It's mostly Musas now.
Man.
Yeah, it's
Musas, dude.
Jesus, dude. Last time I was on fucking 17 or whenever I was last on, like the comment section was just like, oh, dude, this was fun. Like, cool. That's pretty much it. And now everyone's just like,
his third edit is sorry, the warrior thing wasn't that serious. Chill, Karen. LOL. Ahahaha. Kuno go Berber. So, yeah. Obvious.
First of all, thank you for editing your comment.
This is the format for anyone curious. This is the format. If you want to add stuff to your comment, don't add a bunch of other comments. Just do this, please. It's super helpful.
Please do not type 17 comments over the course of the 2 hours you're watching the podcast. Just edit the one that you post, please. Thank you.
I randomly, Nyashi, you know Shockwhite, right? Is someone at Nyashi's door again?
Dude, he's
I'm here.
Zerker
Sorry,
right now,
I had my mic muted for a second.
God.
Yeah, what's up? I know. Yeah.
No, Shockwhite was like, I randomly saw him in BA. He's like, Frosty, can you please just leave Musas alone on the podcast? Obvious Box says, just wanted to note that removing PA won't necessarily fix the WizWitch meta, since the melee classes are reliant on the PA to get those to those ranged classes. By removing it, they may just incentivize a meta of even more WizWitch, plus Zerker Q, Archer, and Suck Rangers, since it would be harder than ever to get to them as a melee class. They would just spam Meteor, Blizzard, not to mention their percent-based heals. So then the question would be how to nerf range classes, not just PA, which is even more complicated. Maybe another change they could do is give melee class percent damage increase for every enemy player around you. Reza, remember I mentioned that. I love that idea for melee classes, by the way. That would prevent them from being OP in 1v1 otherwise. The third option would be somehow change PA. So I asked on the WizWitch Discord, and they came up with... we talked about it the other day. In my opinion, PA could give a debuff. So if you got PA in the past X minutes, you can't benefit from another. Or, like someone else points out, PA could be a channeled ability with 30% damage reduction application for up to 10 people nearby. I don't hate either of those. It's both alright.
I don't like how this is like the third week in a row we've had someone say, yeah, but if you remove PA, then melee classes are going to be fucked. Even though every time we talk about removing PA, we also say you would have to do other things to make it not like...
Here's the way to look at it.
We say it like every week, and for some reason every week there's still a comment pointing out like...
Yeah,
we're not saying remove. Well, in some cases we are saying remove PA, but like the common suggestion nowadays that people kind of agree on is move it over to Shy.
Here's kind of how I look at it. If you remove PA, you now open the door to make other changes that aren't viable if you don't remove PA. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. The only thing the one problem I see with the because I had the idea a while back for like Mystic Striker Warrior, where like if you have people
Everyone
near
gets their
you,
personal PA.
you gain like 1% or whatever it would be, 1% damage reduction for every enemy player near you, up to like 10% or 15% or whatever the math would work out, so that way they feel tanky until you're CC'd, and then when you're CC'd it drops. But the problem would be you'd go to BA for 1v1s, and if you're in a King of the Hill line, they're going to be damage buffed by the people in the King of the Hill line. So it would be fucked in that regard. So I don't know.
It could just be a siege only mechanic like HP and stuff.
Yeah, which is
what a lot of other scale mechanic.
A lot of other games do that too. I don't know.
I don't know.
Zero H says some people, South Korea is 1/4 the size of California, so KR doesn't experience desync. Well, I live 1 hour from San Jose where the servers are, have 13 millisecond ping, and Chase still only works half the time. LOL. Iframes just activate differently from SAs, and they literally just don't work half the time for all classes. Musa's projection plus extra credit, second projection, does insane damage now. Trial v trial, FBT buff, projection plus EC one-shots are the trials, one skill plus flow. Don't forget this is their 100% accuracy skill, now 50%, and has an air attack modifier. For references, Crossfoul does half of what projection plus EC does right now, though I believe this damage scaling would fall off hard at the 285 plus brackets and against higher DP, but probably still hit as well as a high accuracy skill. Striker's also even stronger now at low AP. I can use 167 AP trial to one combo 304 DP trial. LOL. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, the projection thing I think is a little bit underestimated, because actually, like, a nice little damage buff. Not saying it's in like on trial v trial, whatever, it's insane, but at the higher end, it's still nice. Like now when you use it, it does something, whereas before it kind of did no damage. Plus the additional damage buffs on Global Labs, so it's kind of nice. And yeah, iframe doesn't, it's inconsistent even if you live in San Jose. Also,
unless you're a Sork.
13 millisecond ping, dude. You got to play Sork, you'll never get touched.
Why is Sork the only class whose iframes like fucking I never like bug out like on a regular basis?
Well, it has a like,
because they start at the beginning of the animation. Some skills don't have the iframe start immediately.
It's not even just that too. It's the way it ends. So if you use Nightcrow and just use Nightcrow and look at like how the Sork animation looks, when her feet touch the ground, her knees are bent and then she stands up. Like that whole stand-up animation is also an iframe, and you can start the next one before that's over. So there's like no space between for you to get CC'd.
See, that's fuck. That's what I hate. I talked about it on stream. I don't know if you were there for when I was complaining about it, Frosty. Probably not, because you would have argued with me. That is one of the things I hate the most about Sork, is you can't fucking tell when they're iframe and when they're not iframe. Like, because for a lot of classes, when their iframe is like when they disappear, right? Like Kuno,
right.
Ninja, Archer's iframe, he disappears from vision. Like that's a pretty consistent thing. But for some reason, Sork is just like, oh, I don't see them. I don't see them. I don't see. Okay, they're there. Now I'm gonna try and CC them. Oh, just kidding. They're still in iframe. Like what? Like what kind of fucking visual cue is there for I can now CC this fucking class? It doesn't fucking exist. The only visual cue there is to CC that goddamn class is when they're fucking charging up Grim Reaper's Judgment like an idiot.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that was pretty rude, Wrestler. Jesus.
I mean, would you disagree that any Sork that's just sitting there charging Grim Reaper's Judgment is kind of dumb?
I guess maybe because I played Sork, but I recognize Sork's iframe. It's whenever they're basically the purple streak, you know? I don't know. But maybe
But you just said that they're also iframe while they're not in the purple
I mean, it's
streak.
like a split second. Here's the thing that I don't understand. Why other classes' iframes can't have that little just hint, just a hair of linger, just to make it more reliable to help account for desync. On like every class would be, it would help so much. I don't know. Like Musa Chase, you know? Not Maywa Chase, though. Leave Maywa Chase the same.
Oh my god.
Daniela Boschetti says, Keck means LOL. You are welcome. Also, Frosty Catcam / Facecam win. That's when the stream is really gonna spike. Yeah, down.
Oh my god. Can you imagine the fame? Man, when we throw our faces on there? Holy shit.
Dude, so much fame.
It's gonna spike down, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think people want to see faces, dude. How am I gonna sit here and stuff my face with mustard packets all day if I'm on camera? You know. Jimmy
I
Lang.
have many questions.
You have a point. Yep.
Jimmy Lang says, "I don't have a comment for this week's podcast. Sorry."
That's all right. That's quite all right, Jimmy.
That is quite all right. Lost Souls
Thanks,
is
Jimmy.
how the fuck do people grind more than 2 hours? All my BDO life, the most I've grinded in one day is 2 hours. You like the illusion that Nayashe is a woman? That's not an illusion. Akari and Justicar.
Wait, what?
Akari and Justicar says, the talk about girls reminds me when I had a guildie who was trying to hit on a girl, but she became good friends with me. So he went around calling me a sexual predator just because he was insecure. It's 100% a guy thing. The girl in question couldn't stay in a guild for long. Gatekeeper girls are a thing to go on attack mode often in guilds, but that's how shit happens. Only takes one idiot. Yeah, that's
gatekeeper girls. What?
Well, like I think he's saying like girls that are like when another girl comes in, they don't like them like automatically.
The territorial shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, that is a thing too. Like he was saying, he's like, I was literally just friends with a girl. There was nothing there, but another guy was like, oh, dude, he's just trying to fuck her. You know? Yeah, it sucks, dude. That part of being a girl is like awful in video games. That was one of the things like Ellie pointed out. Like if she goes to TwitchCon and there's a guy next to her, people are like, oh, what's up with you and that guy? You know? And it's like that shit's annoying, dude. That shit sucks to have to deal with that.
Man.
Ambitious Panda says, "What the fuck is that noise at 6:02?" I don't know. It's probably Ellie disrespecting us with her phone. I don't know.
I like this arc. That was a good arc.
Daz says, which whiz me flow. I'm not sure how it was on Global Labs, but the way it went live in that Succession got SA automatically went off cooldown, while in Awakening it's a separate skill you have to unlock, but gives the same result regardless. SA went off cooldown just with slightly longer cooldown. Where is that skill? Is it like, does it say in the tooltip? Where is flow magical evasion? Hold on, let me see this.
It's in your heart.
Is it just in my heart and only in my heart?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm switching over to my warrior, which I forgot I had.
It was
Oh,
inside
shit.
of you all along.
Wait, what channel is Vel? Fuck.
Oh my god, I hate when I like magically get kidnapped by another boat, even though it was on my boat.
Let's see, magical evasion. Where is flow magical evasion?
Nothing like Veld screams content to me.
I don't see
Some of
flow
the best
magical
content in the
evasion.
game, Cap.
Where did they put flow magical evasion? Am I blind? Wait, someone else just got pen armor. What was that? Hold on, I gotta get into a Vel plat. Is there any... Rez, you're a wizard. Where's flow magical
what?
evasion on the skill tree, dude? I only see normal magical evasion. It does not have SA, so I'm confused. As fuck.
It's a good question. I don't know. I haven't played it in a long time, I guess.
That person said they made it on live. They made it a separate skill entirely, but I don't see any separate skill called flow magical evasion. Am I blind?
All right, so how do I do the solar flare thing where it's OP?
I'm not gonna tell you. See, this is what I was trying to explain.
Come on, don't be like
I'm just
that.
kidding.
Yeah, it's on. It was on Awakenings, Hunter. It's Awakening, Wiz, and Witch. This is. I mean, this is the Awakening. Oh, is it in the Awakening tree? No, there's no flow magical. Oh, there is. Look it. This is new, right? Oh, there we go. It's literally in the Awakening tree now. Okay. So yeah, they just have super armor on their side dash now every 5 seconds.
Nah, she just do a head chase in like the middle of the head chase. Just press W left click. So like do like W shift, and then press left click in like the middle of the chase.
Dude, now every wizard is just gonna be going teleport, magical evasion, grab. It's busted, dude. Maywas are fucked. Yet again.
Wait, what? What's? Oh my god! How did I get kidnapped again? Oh, I'm inside the boat. Content.
Dude, Bell is so buggy. Water is so buggy in this game.
Wait, what happened? What were you talking about? Frosty?
They made magical evasion. It's a flow in the awaken tree now on Wizard and Witch.
Magical
in Awakening.
evasion?
Yeah, and it's a 5-second cooldown that has super armor now. A little side dash or forward dash or whatever. It's kind of cool, dude.
So wait, how are we fucked?
Well, they're just gonna magical evasion grab you, dude. Hamzy saying
You're not wrong.
give Musa a grab. Do you agree with that, Nashi?
No, our class doesn't need a grab. If we got a grab, would be fucking OP as shit. But the problem is, they just need to like.
You know what you guys need? You guys need lunacy, and then you'll be fine. You need Dark Knight's
You know, at
lunacy.
this point, there's no helping us. Just add a passive with 100 more AP to our kit, and there we go, done. Just fucking be done with it.
Ooh, I like that. And 100% accuracy on all skills.
And 100% accuracy on most skills. Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah, just do that. There's no helping our class. Just do that. There you go. Easy solution.
Nautic says, got to love PA, finally adds a 1v1 arena, still finds a way to mess it up. Only one duel at a time. This seems like the most low effort thing they could have come up with. Don't forget its full name is it's an arena for ants.
And also don't forget that it's really small for 1v1.
Sato says, weird question, but to Frosty, who do you think whines more? Musa / Meiwa main in BDO or Terran main in StarCraft 2?
Oof. I never played Terra, so
I would
can't
go
answer this.
Musa, then Terran main, and then Meiwa.
Wow.
I actually don't know.
Where do I rank?
Yours is not whining. Yours is like bitching and moaning. It's different.
Okay, it's different. Got it.
Bitching and moaning.
It's a little bit different. Oh man. And that's the show, everybody. Sphierro, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Yo, absolutely, dude. Thanks for having me, boys.
fun.
Appreciate
yeah,
it.
man. Yeah, I had a good time. I hope I didn't like maul anyone too hard, dude. I just, don't take anything I said.
Only
like,
when you
too
said
seriously,
essay
dude.
on Solar Player.
Yeah.
but
All right. Hey, listen, I was asked the question, like, what would I
Yeah.
do for fucking large scale?
That's what you're gonna be remembered
I mean,
for
don't-
forever.
listen,
you're now the guy that
it's-
wants SA on Solar Flare.
bro.
Yeah,
whatever.
it's fine. You only-
yeah, no
you
matter
only
what you
pissed-
do, no matter what montages you put out, that's all they're gonna know.
It's just solar flare. That's it, dude.
You
Yeah.
only pissed people off whenever you said you wanted Solar Flare to be protected, and then when you said Suck Wizard is an OP, and then when you said any class can beat Warrior, and then
Oh,
whenever
man.
you said that.
God, the comments are gonna be horrendous next week.
Yeah.
I hope they love me on this one, dude. Hey, I'm just here to make some content and have a good time, dude. That's it.
Dude, all right, here we go. You could have essay on Solar Flare. Just give me frontal guard at minimum on blooming.
I'm fine with that.
I don't think anyone else is.
I'm not picky with it. I'm not a big complainer, dude. Hey, all I'm saying
Wait,
is stop buffing my fucking.
They already
class, dude.
they
I'm sick of it.
just fixed Meiwa. New Year's Eve does more damage.
Oh my god.
Why does that upset you? New Year's Eve is dude. Literally, Meiwas are just chasing around using New Year's Eve, killing everybody. It's busted as fuck.
It's not how the skill works at all.
I don't know. I watched the
Sure.
Meiwa go like 45-2 in Node War, and they were like,
5 and 2 with not doing New Year's
and
Eve
I was
ever.
like, what?
That
What
skill,
are you?
that
What are
skill
you
is
doing?
either not learned or it's locked.
I was like, what are you doing differently? And he was like, New Year's Eve, dude. Just
oh my
popping it
god,
every chance I get.
This guy.
Sphierro,
So-
why don't you tell people listening where they can find you at, where you doing your shit?
Yeah,
so
sure.
they can dox the fuck out of you.
Yeah,
after
just
saying
go
essay
ahead
on
and-
Solar
yeah.
Flare.
Go leave a bunch of mean comments, I guess. Yeah, tell me how I'm fucking stupid for thinking, essay on stuff makes sense. Whatever. All good, dude. You can find me on that fucking YouTube channel, dude. Sphierro. It's just YouTube.com/Sphierro. I'll be in the comments probably saying how I had fun, how I had a good time. So go ahead and check me out if you want to. And yeah, boys, thank you for having me, dude. It was honestly super fun, dude. I always love coming on this. This shit's always a good time for me.
And we
Hell
have
yeah,
to do
man.
our
Thanks for
our
coming on.
traditional. Make sure none of us got a Vel's heart real quick.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
All
grabbing
right,
it.
hold on. Are we ready for this?
Hold on. I'm gonna
I
count.
got mine.
I'm
I'm
gonna count
ready
us
when
down.
you guys are.
I'm
Ready?
counting us down. Hold on. Wait, I'm still in a load screen. Give me a second.
What are we going on? We going on 1?
Yeah, we'll go on 1. I'll start at 3.
Okay.
Let me pull it out of this.
Sphierro, did you go to Vel?
No, I was just chilling. I was
He,
just hanging
he
out.
doesn't
Oh,
like
my
games.
lord.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
go quick.
On
They're
1. Here we go.
traveling.
3, 2, 1. I didn't even cheer.
Nothing.
Fuck, this game is so trash, dude.
Dude, it's cancer.
Dude, if we do this enough times, eventually one of us is gonna get something.
It'll probably be Reslar.
Yo, Roastame,
Probably.
dude. What up, dude? That's my fucking guy right here. Yo, Roastame is the other other content creator I think is just on another level. This is my fucking.
We
man.
had him on like fucking 4 episodes ago.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, his
Roastame's
highlight
fucking
videos.
cracked, bro.
His highlight videos make Spheros look like child's play.
Okay.
Wow.
Bro, dude.
Wow.
Okay, dude. Fuck, bro. I ain't never coming back. I hate you guys.
It's alright, dude. We don't need anyone else asking for super armor and solar flare. So
I
it's
know.
fine.
Fuck. Obviously not. Dude. Sorry.
Alright,
All right,
cool.
well, yeah, I guess that'll do it for the show. Thanks everybody in the stream for hanging out. Thanks everybody who's listening afterwards for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a comment telling us what you think, how bad Sphero's idea of super armor on solar flare was. I'm sure he'll be in the comments, I'm sure, so you could
I'd
talk
love
to
to
him
hear
about
it.
that.
I'd love to hear about it.
Join the Discord. If we know who we're gonna have on, like in advance, we'll usually post in there who we're gonna have, and then you can ask them questions. Sphierro was kind of a late last minute thing, so we weren't able to put up guest questions for him, but usually we do if we know who we're having ahead, like a week ahead of time. Check out our streams. Frosty and Nyashi stream the podcast every Sunday. We usually do this on Sunday, in case you don't know, at noon Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, right, Frosty?
Yeah.
So you can catch those streams at that time, twitch.tv/SoFrosty, twitch.tv/Nyashi_NA, and then you can catch me out at twitch.tv/NotReslar, but I wouldn't recommend it. What else is there? Thanks again to all of our patrons. I think that's just about everything. So y'all have a good week, and we'll catch you next week.